know it's 7 o'clock now, but I wanted you to see the end of this. Look, I'm going down this crazy hill here. Yeah, this was Sunday when I filmed that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. It was hard though. Oh, look at that. What? Hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on. Be right back. Hold on. Let me fix this. Something wrong with my camera. Hold on. That's not good. Let's see. Hit this and this, and then maybe this will work. What the heck? What a great way to start, huh? What a great way to start. How's it going? Fap time? No fapping. No fapping. Blair Witch? I mean, yeah, maybe. Creepy Woods? That's the thing though. It's like it's hard to get across on camera. But man, when you come up to this thing and then you look up and it's like this huge freaking hill that you've got to climb and you're like, this is going to suck. And then you climb up it and you're really tired at the top. But I went up all the way without stopping. And then of course on the way down, it looked even almost precarious, but I don't know if it's come across. I don't know if it comes across on video, but it's crazy. And hey, we're doing it. But hey, welcome to Order 42. I'm Rob. Sorry, weird start. Camera's all messed up. I don't know what to tell you. This is just the way things go sometimes. But it's good to see you guys in here. It's good to see you guys. And let's see, wait a minute. Okay, 7 votes so far. 71% are excited about the UAP UFO hearing tomorrow. 12% are not. And 12% say that's demonic. But, you know, hey, what can I say? I don't think it's demonic. But hey, who knows? Maybe this. But yeah, before we get really too far into things, I do want to mention that, yes, tomorrow morning, things should be working. See, this is what happens when, I mean, when you're moving fast and things don't get set up correctly, and then you look like a moron. This is happening tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. Central, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. The UAP hearing. We're going to be watching it live here on Order 42. I mean, there was a part of me that was like, man, I don't know. Do I even have enough? It's not like I cover UAP and UFO stuff all the time, but this is really interesting. And last year's was kind of awesome. So I figured, hey, why not watch it live with you? So if you're going to watch it anyway, and you want to come hang out over here, come on in. Well, you're welcome. You're welcome to be here. Now, I won't do like some people do and talk over people. I'm going to try to, let them talk, and then we can chat about it and stuff. And I can visibly react if something, or I go, oh my God, or something like that. But yeah, don't expect me to be talking over them and all that stuff. I want to hear this. So that's the thing. That's what we're doing tomorrow morning. 10:30 a.m. Central, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. If you want. If you don't care, it's no big deal. You don't have to be here. I just figured for those of us who are interested in the UFO UAP thing, we can all get together and watch it together. I think that'd be cool. And chat and things. So there you go. And hey, look, full disclosure, Christian Harloff over on the Down to Earth channel, he's doing one too. And if I wasn't streaming myself, I'd be watching him. So, hey, you want to watch him? You want to watch me? Whatever. I don't care. I just, if you're interested, there's going to be a lot to talk about. So it's going to be fun. It should be fun. But, yeah, why don't we see who's all in chat? Because I see a few of you in here. Ricky was at first. was here first. UFO, UAP, yes. And you commented on the wrong stream. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. We got some comments and some chats over on a stream that hadn't even started. Won't start till tomorrow. I like it. And then we got Cosma in here asking about what UAP is. And then I explained it. Unidentified anomalous phenomena. Because of course, UFO means unidentified flying object. But as we found out, they're not always flying. They may be submersible. Basically in the water is what I said. They come out of the water sometimes. Sometimes those are even more impressive. So there you go. There you go. No, Ricky, that's not what it means. And then Jinzu, welcome. Holland Diecast is also in the chat. Welcome to you. And that is Jerry. From the old podcast, that is Jerry. Christian VS, I'm looking forward to Lou Elizondo. I know he's been waiting for this more than anyone involved. He's been talking a lot, and he's gotten in trouble. We can talk more about that if you want tonight. But yeah, he's definitely one of the ones that kind of spearheaded this new movement. I would say that started in 2017 with that New York Times article with the Go Fast and the Tic Tac. The footage that we've all, I think I would say most of us have seen this footage by now. Yeah, he's the one that helped get it out there. So, but again, he's coming under some scrutiny in the last couple of weeks. That's a thing, with his. But hey, I'm looking forward to it as well. People can make mistakes, but I'm also like, if you've been in these programs that you say you have been, and if, has been vetted and all that kind of stuff, who's giving you this fake stuff? Or where did you get that? Like, there's more to this story. Is somebody else providing you misinformation to put out and hopefully discredit you? I don't know. There's a lot of questions. Not a whole lot of answers, but yeah. And Carbonite. Welcome, Carbonite. Carbonite, I have a surprise for you tonight. For you. And for maybe somebody else. For other people. But I have a surprise for you because I watched a movie that you recently watched. So, we'll talk about that in a bit. But, hey, good to see you. And Phil Holland, all the way from the UK. You are in the UK, right? Welcome, Phil. Good to see you. What's this hearing thingy you're excited about? It's the UFOs, man. The UFOs, UAPs. 4 people. Count them. 4 people. Well, who are they? There's Dr. Tim Gallaudet. I think that's how you say his name. He was a rear admiral in the U.S. Navy. I don't know what that means. I'm sure it's not, a sex thing. It's rear admiral, U.S. Navy, who's now the chief executive officer of Ocean STL Consulting. We got Lou Elizondo, who, of course, wrote the book Imminent about basically the secret program, the cover-up program from the government. He was a former Department of Defense official. You got Michael Gold, a former NASA Associate Administrator of Space Policy and Partnerships, member of the NASA UAP Independent Study Team. I don't know much about Michael Gold. And then we've got Michael Schellenberger, who's the founder of Public. I believe he's a journalist. I don't know a whole lot about him either. But they're all going to be testifying in front of Congress tomorrow at this UAP hearing. So I'm very excited to see what the hell's going on. They have control of my equipment. That's possible. Or more likely, I just didn't set everything up correctly because I was in a hurry. Because I had a busy day today. But hey. Would Bucho be considered as a UAP? Anomalous phenomena. He is somewhat anomalous. And I mean, he does show up from time to time, unannounced. I wouldn't say he's scary, but that's the thing. We know who he is. It's Bucho. He's an IAP. an identified anomalous phenomena. So there you go. I don't think so. Not Holland Oates, no. Phil Holland. Phil Holland. But I appreciate the joke. Jake Finn, let's talk new Star Wars movie. Oh, we'll talk about that. We will talk about that later. But I don't know. I don't know about that. C-Tech Astronomy. Hey, too many secrets. Too many secrets, Sega Steve. Too many secrets. Or Cootie's Rat Semen. Wasn't that the other one? Yeah. Hey, I know what you're talking about. It's you can't get one over on me. I mean, you can. You probably can. But I just happen to know that one. And Pixel Phoenix, welcome. Good to see you, Pixel. Man, it's good to see all of you here tonight. Presently in Melbourne for work, but yes, live in the UK. Okay, I was correct. I was a little scared there for a minute. But yeah. Look what just got dropped off here at work. Check movie Discord. Okay. I mean, let's see. Let's see what you got. Movie Discord. Oh, you son of a... Look at what he got. Seven Samurai, the Criterion 4K edition. You lucky SOB. Mine is, let's see. Well, I bought a different edition than you. So, it's, well, at least for me, it still shows on pre-order. So, but hey, that's awesome. That's awesome, Ricky. That's awesome. Seven Samurais is, dude, it's the best. It's the best. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen. You got the Big Man edition, didn't you? I don't know about that. I got the BFI edition. We'll talk about a little more about BFI here in a minute, for sure. Let's talk about the Penguin final episode. Oh, we'll do that too. Let's get all caught up though. Let's get all caught up first. Get all caught up first. And I mean, look, I don't want to move any further without talking about this man. This one hit. Okay. I mean, I understand there's a lot of our star, our favorite actors, our stars, people that we care about, that we watch, that we love. For some reason, this one hit me really hard because I really, really like Tony Todd. I've liked everything I've ever seen him in. He's been in some, I will say, not questionable, but, some not so great movies. But you know what? He's always solid. Always solid. And I have a Tony Todd story for you. You ready for Tony Todd story time? Okay. So this has to have been 2011, 2012. Something like that. It was a convention here in Dallas, a fan convention. It wasn't like a comic book convention. It wasn't a retro convention. It was like, I think it was like Fan Days, I think is what it was. Tony Todd was there. And I didn't actually see him where he was seated, but I saw him walking the floor. And I was walking sort of to where I saw him. And for a second, I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't even know Tony Todd was there, by the way. And I'm sitting there going, is that Tony Todd? And it's one of those, did you ever see the movie Roxanne, where he's talking about people staring? He's like, oh, I'm staring, all that. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about, but anyway, what I'm trying to say is I found myself, oh my God, I'm staring at him. And he turns to look at me, and he just kind of like, he kind of does this bit where he's doing his thing. And then he kind of looks at me and he goes like, hi. And for some reason I chickened out. I didn't go talk to him. But this is a man who I've been watching on and off for years and years and years. I mean, of course he's in The Rock. Of course he was in, he's Candyman. Of course he was in The Crow. But my two favorite performances of him are ones that people may not know. He wasn't a scary guy in either one of these movies, or any one of these things. One of them is an X-Files episode from season 2, and I think it was called Sleeper, where he plays a man who's he was a soldier, like a super soldier, but they weren't able to sleep, and it was a really, really powerful performance. One episode, Ito Ramos. Welcome, by the way. One episode called Sleeper. And for some reason, the performance really impacted me. Like I remember it. And it's one of my favorite episodes of X-Files. And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of great X-Files episodes. But for some reason, that one it's just one of my favorite episodes. And he was great in it. And there's another movie that he was in that not many people talk about. But it's called The Man from Earth. And he plays, I think, a professor. And he's in it all the way. And it's a strange movie because it's kind of a high concept movie, but it's almost all dialogue. And his performance made me go, why isn't he in more regular roles? Why does he always play the bad guy or the crazy guy or the spooky guy, or he played a regular role in that movie, and I was blown away. It's called The Man from Earth. Let me show you. The Man from Earth, 2007. And look, you've got some other Star Trek people in it. An impromptu goodbye party for Professor John Oldman becomes a mysterious interrogation after the retiring scholar reveals to his colleagues he has a longer and stranger past than they can imagine. I don't want to play any more of that because I don't want to get claimed. But a really great movie and a really good performance. Now, is it going to be one of those movies that everybody goes, oh my God, that was the greatest movie of it? No. But this man, he gave a great performance. And it just made me wish that I saw more of him being regular people. You know what I mean? Like, I really like the guy, and I respect the guy. And it bums me out that I chickened out and I didn't, because he's tall. He was tall. He was a tall man. But here's the other thing. We were actually discussing trying to get him for one of our movies, but not to play a creepy guy or anything like that, to play a regular role. And now, look, we have no money yet. We haven't gotten any financing for any of the movies that we want to make, but it was something we had already discussed, and it bums me out. It just really bums me out. So rest in peace, Tony Todd. You were awesome. Awesome actor. And yeah, I miss him. I already miss him because I knew he had more performances in him. So anyway, this hit Virginia Madsen really hard. She was really upset on social media. I did not see that. Yeah, season 2. Yeah. The Man from Earth, about a dude who's immortal and responsible for Christianity. Yes. There is a sequel. I never saw the sequel. I didn't want to tarnish the enjoyment that I had for that movie, The Man from Earth. It was just good, man. It was a good movie. So it just sucks. It just sucks that we can't, we have great actors and we just say, you know what? We're just going to freeze you in time and you're just going to be able to be with us forever. But I mean, I guess that's the beauty and the horror of life, right? I also have not seen the sequel. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want. I mean, no, I don't think so. I mean, unless he's in it. If he's in it, then I'd probably be into it. But again, it's a weird thing, man. it's just a bummer. It's just a bummer. Posted some really cool pictures of her and Todd. Yeah, from every account that I've heard over the years is that Tony Todd was just the sweetest guy, you know? And just seeing him interact with people, like I said, while I was sitting there creepily staring at him. Sorry. He just seemed like a cool dude, you know? And it just sucks. It just sucks. So, but hey, why don't we move on? Let's talk about some of the movies or things that I watched this week. Carbonite, Are You Here? Rob, if you want to ugly cry, you need to see Tony Todd in Star Trek Deep Space Nine episode The Visitor, season 4, episode 3. Don't even need to see the previous episode, but it hits hard if you do, of course. Okay. Here's the thing. I've never been a Star Trek guy. There are things in Star Trek that I like. Like, I really like the motion picture, like a lot more than most people. I really thought that was a good movie. Star Trek 2, of course, is freaking awesome. And going back to any of the series, I never really got into any of them. And it's because I have a hard time, and this is going to be one of those things that I don't know if I can ever get over. But I can't help but be distracted by the budget. You know, it's obviously there's a lower budget for these shows, and it takes me out of the story being told. But yeah, Carbonite is here. Okay, good. It takes a tough man to cook a tender chicken. Does it? Busty Spies 2. Great action. Okay, Phil, I'm not quite sure what that means, but Carbonite. This is the first movie that I watched this week. I didn't get to see a whole lot, to be perfectly honest with you. Didn't get to see a whole lot, but I did get to see this one. Hey, it worked. Near Dark. This is a movie that's been on my list for years. Why? Well, it's Bill Paxton. It's Lance Henriksen. It's, what's her name? Jeanette Goldstein. Directed by Catherine Bigelow, who I have said that Catherine Bigelow is one of my favorite action directors. I think she's great. She's absolutely great. Was married to James Cameron for a time, but she did Strange Days and she did Point Break. And for those two movies, it's hard for me to falter. This is an earlier movie, though. This is from 1987, I believe. Here's the thing. I watch this and I go, I totally get it. I get why it's popular. I get why people like it. But you know what? Wow. It was a little bit cheesy. It's 1987. I wish I'd seen this back then, because I think it would have worked. It would have worked better. And of course, to see Hudson and Vasquez and Bishop in a movie where they're playing different characters, very different characters, was cool to see. And by the way, did you notice there's a couple of other people in that movie that it's kind of cool. It was kind of cool. So in the bar scene, which most people, if you've seen Near Dark, you know the bar scene. The first guy, the guy that Bill Paxton picks up his shot and drinks it, that's the guy that puts out his cigar on Arnold's chest in T2 and gets, take the bike, right? Yeah. That guy is that guy. And then the kid that gets away plays Roach in Point Break. One of my favorite characters in Point Break. So it was kind of cool to see them. And he also plays the I can't remember the character name. He's based on a real person. But at the end of Zodiac, he's the one that sits down with Mike Mageau and points out Arthur Lee Allen. But anyway, doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is it was cool. It was cool to see all of these actors that I know. Yeah. But man, that is a kind of a cheesy movie. I'm just going to say it. I enjoyed it while I was watching it, and I enjoyed it in that nostalgic kind of, okay, I get it. All that stuff. It's fun to see Bill Paxton play, kind of a greaseball. Lance Henriksen as a really creepy dude. Jeanette Goldstein didn't get to do a whole lot. But then you also have, was it Adrian Pasdar, who was in Top Gun. He's one of, I can't remember his call sign in Top Gun, but he's in Top Gun, but he was also in Heroes, right? And you know, if you saw him, you'd go, oh yeah, that guy. Let's see, Adrian Pasdar. This guy. Yeah, that guy. Let's see. Can I maybe say Top Gun? Yeah. What about the image? There you go. It's in Top Gun. But yeah, look, I'm just gonna say I enjoyed watching it. And yes, I did see that Aliens was playing in the theater. That was pretty good. But yeah, there you go. I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. Yeah, that guy. That's the guy. But I don't know. I was just a little bit. I was hoping for a Point Break, and I got kind of a cheesy thing. And it was fun. It was fun, but it just wasn't my favorite. Okay, I'm just gonna say from 1987, if you're gonna go for a vampire movie, it might be The Lost Boys. I'm just saying. Just saying. Check it out either way. Great storytelling and hits the heartstrings. Shozama, I will definitely try to hit. I mean, look, my wife is totally into Star Trek, so I'm sure we can. Actually, those are all on Paramount, aren't they? We got rid of Paramount. I'll try to track it down. Rewatched it last month. Good movie. Yeah, see, I'd never seen it. And Phil, a classic. I don't know. It didn't play as, and that's the problem, right? Some movies, some older movies, they feel so much of the time that they don't have a, you know what I mean? Like a lasting thing. But it was still, like I said, I enjoyed watching it, but I was also kind of like, it's kind of cheesy. Wait, what is this? What is this? Hold on. Well, Jerry just sent me a video. I don't know if I'm supposed to. I'm not going to watch that right now because he might not want me to play it on stream. Might not want me to play it on stream. But let's see. This and then this and then this. The second thing that I watched this weekend or this week was the first 3 episodes of Arcane Season 2. Now, has anybody been watching that? And go. Let me know. Let's see. Nathan Petrelli. Oh, yes. Heroes. Nathan Petrelli. That's correct. You got Point Break. Also known for Carlito's Way. I've only seen that movie like once or twice. It was never a movie that really hit with me, but Utah. Give me 2. Dude, you don't know how many times I say that. I say that all the time. Utah. Especially if it's something where it's like something really, really good. My Utah. Give me 2. I love that movie. Love that movie. Save the Clock Tower. Yes. 1955. 1955. Yeah. He goes back on November 5th, 1955, but it's November 12th, 1955 when the clock tower struck. Yes, absolutely. I recently saw My Old Ass. Very well done movie. Was expecting some lewd comedy. It's more of a coming of age film set with Gen Z. Was much better than I expected. I've heard it was good. Bandit's Best. Welcome. Good to see you. Haven't seen Arcane since I haven't played League of Legends. Shozama, it does not matter. I've never played League of Legends. Arcane is, seriously, it might be the best animated show of all time. We'll see. We'll see how it wraps up. I mean, we've got, 2 more weeks, right? Isn't that how they're doing it? 3 episodes a week? But I'm telling you, this is an insane show. Watch season 1. If you have Netflix, you need to watch this. Just give it a shot, man. Give it the first season. No. I'm sure that if you gave it a chance, you would enjoy it, because I know nothing about League of Legends either, and I was drawn into this story. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. We do now. Bandit's Best. Welcome. I'm not sure what that means, but I appreciate that. I appreciate you being here. Anyone got the name of an early Virginia Madsen flick where she floated in a small pond in a nightgown to take pics of herself? I don't know what that is. But I'm just saying Arcane is freaking awesome. Okay? It's a freaking awesome show. And here's the thing though. The first 3 episodes left me with kind of a instead of a oh man, you know what I mean? It was more of a it was okay. I don't think these 3 episodes by themselves match as far as the story goes, match the insanity of that first season. But I will also say this. The animation is crazy. Oh, I got you, Bandit's Best. Good one. Good one. Yes. A bolt of lightning we never knew when or where it's going to strike. We do now. Yes. The Clock Tower pamphlet. I haven't seen Back to the Future, the first Back to the Future, in 10 years, at least. But that's a good one. That's a good one. The best is OG Dragon Ball from the 80s. Very heartwarming and makes you think what would you say to your teenage self knowing what you've been through in life. Gotcha. Yeah, seriously, Shozama, I'm telling you, I knew nothing about League of Legends and I didn't care. Arcane is just a well-told story. I mean, and it's beautiful animation. Because when I saw the trailer, I was like, okay, that looks kind of cool, but I don't know. Man, that animation is beautiful. Just to give you an idea, I've only bought 2. I'm pretty sure I've only bought 2 streaming series on disc. Sandman, which, look, I get it. Neil Gaiman, I get it. But man, I love Sandman. I love Sandman so much. And I thought the series was fantastic. And League of Legends, or Arcane. It's that good. Pretty good. Pretty good, Ricky. It is bar none some of the best animation you will ever see. And it's also one of the most expensive animated series you'll ever see. But that doesn't matter. I think it's especially that first season. We'll see where the second season goes. But man, what a fantastic look. Man, just the look of it, everything. For the show, let's see, can I do this? Oh, look at that. I can. Are you ready to see Jerry being silly in the drive-thru? Because that's what he says. And he says it's for the show. So here we go. Here we go. It's upside down.
I'm looking all red and everything. Like a red man. You know, it seems more and more time goes by, I look like Mr. Anderson. So if they ever decide to make a live action Beavis and Butthead, I guess I can be Mr. Anderson. Or Hank Hill. Y'all got that in there? I'm up here at the Whataburger in Roy City, and I'm gonna order myself a hamburger and some French fries because I haven't had any in a while. So you just take that. And now Rob's doing his show over there, and all his fans, because he's all big time, everybody's like, woo, Robbie's so cool. He's like, yeah, I'm cool, man. And I'm over here with my shirt that's too small for me to look like a fat man. But you know, what are you gonna do? I tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna order a hamburger, and you're gonna get it just like you like it. Cottage cheese, some mayonnaise, a couple cricket chins on there, some sauerkraut, and maybe even some dead lady leg. I heard that's pretty good this time of year. So we're gonna do it, and it's gonna be good, and we're all gonna have a good time. So I hope you enjoy it with your grasshopper feet. And
Did you have the Whataburger?
yep,
With the large fry?
yep. Is that my drink? Anyway. Yep. Okay, can I pay next Tuesday? Whatever.
Okay, that was Jerry, everybody. What cricket chins? He's gonna put cricket chins in it? How many crickets do you have to harvest to get enough of a bite for some cricket chins? I don't know. Was that fun? Look, man, Jerry, just to explain to you, for those of you who may not be aware, Jerry was, me, Jerry, and another guy, Brian, we all used to do a podcast. Back in 2005 is when we started. Can you believe this? We were podcasting before Joe Rogan, before Kevin Smith, before literally like almost everybody. And we had a pretty big show, you know? We had roughly 10,000 listeners per show. This was before iTunes. Like when iTunes, put podcasts into iTunes. Yeah, that was before that. It was crazy. But it was a comedy podcast, and I will just say that a good 70% of it is not suitable for is not politically correct. I'll just say that. But it was fun. It was a fun podcast. We did it for, like I said, we did what, like 180 shows? And they were all like 2 and 3 hours. So if you wonder why, Rob, why do you just sit here and talk for 3 hours? Well, it's because that's what we used to do. Now I keep things pretty clean over here, and I try not to get too inflammatory. But back then, man, it was Wild West, and we said a lot of things. Rated R, rated M. I'm talking about there's things on there that would definitely get us into trouble these days. And we've listened to some clips on the show, but Jerry is a man. He's literally one of the funniest men, the funniest people I've ever met. Seriously. And I just, yeah. Kiss the Peter, not the Dinklage. Is there a way to listen to those old pods? I don't actually know, because the website is gone, and as far as I know, I don't think there's a way to do that. Starting January 20th, you can restream all the old episodes. Well, Steve, I know what you're talking about, and that's very interesting. I did see that. It's very interesting, but here's the thing. This might not work out for, I'll just say, the other people on the show, because if their employers got wind of some of the stuff they said, might not work out so well. Yeah, you can put anything you want on the internet, but that doesn't keep you from having consequences. So probably, hey, Cosmo knows. Pawpaw, The chocolate finger? Absolutely. But yeah, exactly. Yeah. Look, that's the thing. That's the beauty of having absolute free speech. That you can say anything you want, but that doesn't keep you from having the consequences. Right? I don't think the show will be anywhere, to be honest. But again, from time to time, we can play some clips that are suitable for listening. I will say this, okay? We used to do the show. We were doing 2 a week for quite a while, and then we went down to 1 a week. There would be times when we would be listening to the show at work. When I'd be listening to at my job, right? And I'm listening and I go, "Oh my God, I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I said that. Wow. Wow." Because what happens is when you're doing a show like that and it's just off the cuff and you're just 3 guys having fun trying to make each other laugh, you say things and you don't remember. You don't remember what happened. So when you're listening back to it, you're like, "Oh my God." So I'm just saying. Just saying it's probably not the best way to go. But I'm glad that you guys enjoyed that. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that because, man, Jerry's a funny guy. He's a funny guy. Some of that animation One Piece, though, I haven't seen any One Piece. Is that the movie where Bruce Lee fights the fish with Tom Hanks? Wait, no, that is Splash. What? What? Talking about Back to the Future? Yes. Yes. Watch the first 5 episodes of The Day of the Jackal. Not bad. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what that is, Phil. If that is your real name, Phil. I don't know. No, I haven't even. What is that? Let's look it up. Day of the Jackal. TV miniseries. Starring Eddie Redmayne as an assassin. Okay. Interesting. I like Eddie Redmayne. But I'm not going to... Stop. Can you... Okay. I can't play that because I don't want to get claimed. You know how many times I've gotten claimed in the last 3 months? 3 times. That's 1 a month. The last 3 months. Not getting claimed again. Not doing it. Not doing it. 2 million. Let's see. Going straight to the Wayback Machine right now. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if it's on there. It's like this. Many of us. This is, by the way, Holland Diecast. That's Jerry's channel, by the way, where he collects Hot Wheels. He collects Lego stuff. He does Lego stuff. He does all kinds of stuff over there on Holland Diecast. But yeah, that's his channel. If you want to go say hi to him, give him a sub. You know, if you want, check it out. You may like it, or you may go, "I don't like this." Unsub. Hey, that's the internet, man. You can do that if you want. Many of us were once in the 2nd grade. Unfortunately, the world now will judge us because we were once in the 2nd grade. What? The keyboard. Yes, Cosma. Man, look, here's the thing. Jerry is a super talented musician, okay? And we would, over time, you get to the point where, it's hard to come up with things to make each other laugh. So what Jerry would do is he would bring his keyboard over, hook it up into the system, and he would be playing, and we would make up songs. One person would sing a line, and then the next person, and the next person, and we just, doesn't matter what, we just come up with, off the top of our heads, lines. I was terrible at this game. But there was so many times when we were laughing so freaking hard. It was funny. No reason to worry about what you said on a podcast unless you admit to... Wow. That was hard to read there, Sega Steve, but yes. Yeah. That Alien song did you wrong. Get it, little man. Yes. That one got claimed. One of the video clips from one of the martial arts movies, that got claimed. And then there was another one. There was another one that I don't think it was claimed. It was just deemed inappropriate. So basically, I keep losing out on stuff. Yeah, how was the hamburger, Jerry? Which hamburger did you get? Because that's important too. Did you put pepper on it? Because Whataburger has some really inconsistent pepper. Sometimes it tastes like, and then sometimes it tastes like butt pepper. You know what I mean? Like butt pepper. I don't even know what that means, but it's not good. It's not good. I wonder if it's the Day of the Jackal. Is it taken from the Bruce Willis? I don't know. Were his songs Ty Webb level quality? I can't answer that question because I don't know who Ty Webb is. But let's just say he was super talented and he made us laugh. Butt pepper. It was so funny to see butt like trickle over to the Game Dave stream. That was pretty funny to see. It's just weird. Nothing like the Bruce Willis movie, but he is a master assassin. Okay, well, there you go. There you go. Hashtag butt. That's right. Butt. Yeah, well, we'll see if we can get Game Dave to put a butt command in there. That'd be great. You're still not a toe picks command. And I've been trying for years. So, rewatched Alien Romulus for a second time tonight. It's okay. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Here's the thing about Alien Romulus. This is a movie because it's Alien. It's kind of like it is kind of. Look, I'm not trying to say they're the same. But in my mind, Alien Romulus, the Alien saga is kind of up there with Star Wars in that if it's Alien, I kind of want it. I kind of want to buy it just because it's Alien. But then I think $37 for a 4K disc. When I know that it's going to be on Hulu. And it's a movie that it's not my favorite of the Alien series. So it's kind of like, do I wait? I think I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for those prices to come down a skosh. Come down a little bit. By the way, I don't know if anybody else enjoyed the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes movie. But one of the things about the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes movie is that not only is it a pretty dang good movie, I enjoyed it quite a bit. But on the 4K disc, they have a supplemental feature where you can watch the movie with no effects. So it's basically them in their tracking suit doing all the motions, doing all the acting and all that kind of stuff. As somebody who's really, really interested in number one, performance, and number two, what they had to start with, I want to see that. I want to see the movie from that point of view. Now, here's the funny thing. That feature is available on Hulu. If you scroll down to where it says extras, it has some of the extras from the 4K disc. So now I'm kind of like, I wasn't going to buy the movie. I liked it a lot, but I wasn't going to buy it. The only reason I wanted to buy it is so I could see that special feature. But now that they're just kind of giving it away on Hulu, just saying, it's out there. And I'm wondering if all the special features for Alien Romulus will also be on there. But we'll see. Yeah, I'm going to wait for it to hit the sale. I don't think I can't. I have to buy it. I have to buy it because I'm just that person. I'm that guy. If there's something that I like, I want to buy it. It's just the way it is. My point was we did and said stupid stuff when we were young. People like to judge us as if we do and say the same things now. I totally understand what you're saying, Jerry. For a second there, I was like, I'm not sure what you're saying. But no, that makes perfect sense. I totally get that. but I still don't think it's a good idea. You know, it's like this isn't a situation where you can, put up a disclaimer and say, at the time this was considered whatever. I think we were pushing limits then. We just didn't realize how many people were listening. I mean, that for me, that is absolutely 100% the truth. I had no idea what was happening there. I had no idea. Like, I didn't know we had that many listeners. But then again, that's what was great about that show, is it was uncompromised. It was uncompromised. The burger was good. Better than that What a Fish barbecue burrito they're always pushing. Okay, hold on. I'm pulling it up, Shozama. I see you. I see you there. Let's see what you got. Some recent digital pickups. Oh, look at there. You got Body of Lies. Look at that. I like to see that. What did you think of that, by the way? I'm kind of curious. And Monsters in My Backpack. What is up with you? It's good to see you. I mean, look. Okay, so we've got Kid Galahad, which I have no idea what that is. We've got Kill, which is that Indian flick that looks pretty awesome. And I would like to see it at some point. See How They Run with good old Sam Rockwell. Like to see that. You got that DC film collection. Black Widow, Body of Lies, Chef with Jon Favreau, In the Army Now, Pauly Shore, Black Swan, Reindeer Games, Last of the Mohicans, The Postman, Teen Wolf, Blood on the Moon, Dumb and Dumber 2, as in T.O., and it looks like you got the Underworld collection too. Here, let me hold this up so you can see. There you go. That's a lot of digital pickups there, buddy. Some good stuff in there. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. And we're not done with what I've watched this week. But hey, man, we're getting caught up in chat and we're having a good time. So who cares? I have a shopping list for Black Friday for my local media stock. Oh my God, Phil. Oh my God, my list is it's dumb. It's absolutely dumb right now. I'm gonna be so broke because here's the thing. I don't know if you know this, but YouTube doesn't exactly pay a lot. Just saying. I'm just saying. I enjoy the platform. I enjoy being here. I enjoy doing the show, but it's not exactly, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Okay. I'm a small fish in a very big pond. And I'm just like, hey, and every now and then I get some attention, but not a lot. So basically what I'm trying to say is this ain't paying for my insane media inhalation problem. Okay. It's just not. But I'm going broke. I'm gonna go broke. Black Friday is gonna hurt, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to show them off on stream. So there you go. I had to stop using the toe pick quote years ago because so few got the reference, and it's hard to slot into a conversation. I've gone with Legano ni le. I don't know what that is. Is gray area as it works without reference. Well, the toe pick thing was actually literally I wanted to see Dave's toes. I wanted to see if he would do something with it. And I know it would have been weird. And I'm not actually into feet at all. I just thought it was funny. I don't know. So I'm not honestly sure what you're discussing there. There, Steve, there. But awesome. Yeah, awesome. Famous quote, if there's a line Jerry draws in the sand, Brian Robbie will leap over it. Yes. Man, did we leap over it. Seriously, there are so many times when I listened to that show and went, oh my God, I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I said that. And then what Bucho would do, here's a little insider inside baseball, whatever it is, some behind the scenes stuff. So we had a forum, like a, almost like the Discord. We had a traditional web forum where anybody could get in there and join, and we could chat and, share the same kind of crap we do in my Discord, right? Well, what Bucho would do is he would post time code for funny things that he really liked. And I would listen to it, and I would go back and listen to these clips that he pointed out, and like they were new, like they were something that I wasn't in the middle of, because I completely forget what we talk about on the show. And there were some really, some great things from that show. It's just a lot of it was a little bit over the line. A lot over the line. One of the most famous examples of this is when Bucho went into the convenience store. He was recording, and he said, I want some. He goes, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. I could eat a horse's soul. And the way that he said it cracked me up. I lost my freaking mind. I was laughing so hard. Come to find out, he was quoting something that I said. I didn't remember saying it. So there you go. It was pretty funny. Does this report tie into a supposedly new Chasing the Unknown episode? Spencer, welcome, by the way. You would hope so. You would hope so. I don't know, but we'll see. We shall see. Haven't seen it yet. Got it on sale. That's a good. Yeah, and the thing is Body of Lies is one of those movies where it's a good, like, it's a 3 out of 4 star movie. It's a 7 out of 10. There's nothing exactly wrong with it, other than maybe, hey, how does this guy keep getting in all this trouble? And how does this guy survive everything that he can survive? But it's a subdued spy movie. It's a spy movie, a more realistic spy movie, which I really enjoy. And it's Ridley Scott. So you know that visually it's going to be beautiful. Technically, it's a beautiful movie. I just don't know if it has that hit. Trump better hire the Chasing the Unknown crew to head up the newly reopened X-Files. Well, if we had that kind of pull, man, I got to be honest. I would look into that. I would have to sit and think about that for about 3 seconds. I'm like, oh, the budget's what? Okay, I'm in. Yeah, that's how it would go. Knights of Old, welcome, Knights of Old. Good to see you. I got my sweet Sony 65-inch Bravia XR A95L OLED, and it's great, but need 4K Blu-ray recommendations. It's confusing. All I have is Lord of the Rings so far. Okay. Anybody has 4K recommendations? Please put them in there. In my opinion, Blade Runner is a great. Blade Runner 2049 is even better. The 2 Dune movies, fantastic. If you want some classics, look at 2001. Look at Jaws. Of course, Blade Runner. Let's see, what else we got? Something like Citizen Kane in 4K off the Criterion Collection. Double Indemnity. Amazing. Black and white movies look fantastic in 4K. Let's see. The Creator. If you enjoyed The Creator, that is a great disc. It looks and sounds fantastic. I know a lot of people that didn't like that movie, and I get it. I understand. It's not exactly like, if you're just looking for story, it's not super original, but it's the visuals. The visuals are insanely good. Beautiful movie. The Crow, the original Crow, is a great example of a movie from the mid-90s that looks exactly the way it should. It looks exactly the way it should. Oppenheimer is a good. Dude, the Spider-Verse movies, fantastic. Super Mario Brothers, the movie, looks great. Any of the Nolan movies. Yes, any of the Nolan movies. Top Gun Maverick, that is, dude, Yeah. Let's see. Goonies, Godfather, Tenet. I haven't seen Lawrence of Arabia yet. It's on my watch list. You know, I own the 4K. It's a steelbook. I would look at getting that. Try to find that one on sale because sometimes it goes up. I think last time I looked, it was at $45, and I ended up getting it for like 27. So it will come down, and they keep reprinting them. So watch for them to come back down. For a sale. Amazon and Target will do the buy three for the price of two. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you're getting one free. Watch for that. Let's see what else. What else I got? Pulp Fiction looks great. RoboCop, the original Alien looks great. I'm trying to think because there's a lot more on the other side, but you know. But I'm saying here's the thing. Just look for don't worry so much about I would say there's probably something you can do. I mean, I gave you a lot of good ones, okay? But there's a lot of them that, especially in the mid 2000s, we'll talk about one. If they're shot digitally at 1080p or even 2K, when you do an upsample, there is a benefit to having the extra space that's on a 4K disc, but in many cases, the Blu-ray is just fine. One of the other things Knights of Old is look at getting a better player. I don't know what player you have, but I would look at saving up or do what I did and go into debt. But that Panasonic, man, that UB820 is a banger. It is such a good 4K player. I'm telling you, it's great. It's great. And a lot of the lower end Blu-ray players or 4K Blu-ray players don't do well with the size of the 4K discs, the 100 gig discs. They have a problem with the layer change. So, Blu-rays had dual layer, right? I don't know if anybody did any burning back in the day, like Blu-ray discs, but they were dual layer discs, and you could do like DL. I think it would say like DL BD50, which means it's a 50 gig disc because there's two layers to it. For whatever reason, some of the lower end model players, like this Sony, this is my old 4K player, and it did great for a lot of movies. But the problem is, let's see, what is it? The UBP X700. It was like $150, and I was like, why do I need to spend extra money? Yeah, but there's a reason. Because it can't handle those BD100s. It locks up, or it like the original Dune from Arrow it crapped out. It wouldn't go past like the first 30 minutes, and it's because it was getting to that layer change and couldn't change the layer. So that's my recommendation. That should be your number one. That should be your number one. But don't worry so much about that. Worry about the movies that you think are visually amazing and you want to see them in 4K HDR. That's really what you want. So don't worry so much about that, and don't get into the is this one whatever. Just buy the movies that you love, because there's a lot of great ones. But also look for those sales. Look at Diabolic DVD, which is DIABOLIK. Let's just pull it up. I'll show you. This is one of the places that I shop. Diabolic. And of course, you can go through the pre-orders, the latest, the whole thing, right? Also, another good one, Orbit DVD is another great one. But also, just go to, this is in every comment, or every comment, every description of every video that I've ever done. Pretty much. Blu-ray.com. Not only can you see, look at that, Arcane Season 1 to own digitally is $10.99. Actually, the 4K is on sale right now for $34.99 on Amazon. That's a good. But anyway, yeah, this is great to see, you know, digital stuff like this, but you can go over here and click Amazon and look at there. You can look any of those stores and you can say, get out of here with that. And you can say, I just want 4K Blu-ray and look at what's on sale. Some of them are going to be high still, but you're going to see some deals in here. And if you check this from time to time, you might be, look, see, there you go. Arcane 4K Steelbook, $34.99 right there. Chinatown, $36.20. And I believe, yeah, that's the Chinatown. That's the Chinatown 4K, but it also includes the Two Jakes, the sequel to Chinatown on Blu-ray. For a good amount of time, this sold so well that it was hard to get. You couldn't find them. And if you wanted it, you'd have to go to eBay. But then they actually printed more. But basically, yeah, do that and then go to, you know, Blu-ray.com and go into their forums and look and see what people are saying about this release. Look up a movie and you can see all the releases and figure out which is the best one. And just, you know, I'm what do you call that? I'm a kind of a bargain hunter. And sometimes I can't not buy something if it's a good deal. So, yeah. And also, look, I know I push Robert Meyer Burnett a lot, but every Sunday he does a live show on his channel where he shows off not only the things that he got in, and him and his co-host Dieter, what they got in for the week. But they also show, hey, this is what's selling really well. Here's the top 10s, you know, here's the box office, and here's the news. So all the disc releases of the week. There you go. So I probably went on too long. I probably went on way too long, and I'm way behind. But there you go. I hope that helps, Knights of Old. I just recently purchased Party Down, first two seasons. Excellent damn show. Did Class of 99 ever get a Blu-ray release? I can't answer that question because I don't even know what you're talking about. Class of 99. Here, let me do this. 1999. Blu-ray. The answer is yes. $24.47 on Amazon, and then it looks like whatever Rare Waves is. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Those are so anytime you see that you see that in the bottom right, bottom left corner, that is an age restriction logo thing. That is a UK thing. But it also looks like down here there's a collector series no slipcover. That looks like an American version, possibly. But there you go. I've never heard of this. One of the best, look at that. It says one of the best B movies of the late 80s, early 90s. Derivative, sure. Fun, tons. From Bradley Gregg's unconvincing but hilarious tough guy hoodlum to John P. There you go. To John P. Everybody give a big round of applause to John P. Anyway. Spencer, are you for hire? Whoa. $20? He can make you holler. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Man, I'm so far behind. So far behind. I would splurge for Black Friday, but I think I'm good since I got your PS5. Yeah, you with your PS5 Pro. By the way, so far, 65% of the votes say yes, they're excited for the UAP hearing tomorrow. 15% say no. And 20% says, that's demonic. So there you go. Not a horse's soul. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse's soul. You always hear, oh, man, I could eat a horse. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. but never a horse's soul. The toe pick and Logano references come from the cutting edge. See, I've never saw that. That is DB Sweeney, correct? Is that right? DB Sweeney. I can't come up with the actress's name. Damn it, Steve. No, not the haunted house. Not the haunted house movie. 1992. DB Sweeney and Moira Kelly. I was right about DB Sweeney. I mean, come on, give me some credit. I didn't know Terry O'Quinn was in it. Wow. But there you go. Let's see. In the Army now. I would I already said that. Russell Crowe now has a body of pies. That is true, Leon. Welcome, Leon. Good to see you. Man, it's got to be late there, right? 2, 3 o'clock in the morning? Jeez. Body of Lies, Russell Crowe, and Jake Gyllenhaal. Sigh, I watched too many movies. It's not Jake Gyllenhaal. That's Leonardo DiCaprio. But hey, it's okay. Gonna make some dinner, Shozami. You do your thing, man. You do your thing. Yeah, shout out to the Panasonic UB820, which is 20% off right now. This is a great time to buy it. Let's see, Panasonic. That's not at all what I wanted. UB820. Bam. Yeah. UB820. Oh, it looks like it went up a little bit. Still. $399. And I know there's going to be those of you that say, look, that doesn't make sense. Why would I spend that much? Trust me, it's worth it. If you love your movies, it's worth it. It's just worth it. The Nolan movies, yeah. Blade Runner, The Thing, good call. Seven Samurai. Well, we haven't seen Seven Samurai. You haven't seen Seven Samurai yet. I haven't seen Seven Samurai yet. I don't know. It's probably going to be good. I don't know about Super Mario Brothers 93. Silence of the Lambs, the new Arrow release, is an incredible 4K release. Thank you, Pixel. That's a great one. I don't have that yet. Is there Star Wars in 4K? Hard to tell what's official. Big Trouble in Little China, Matrix 1. The Matrix movies, yes. Big Trouble, no. The Star Wars, yes. Hold on. I had to get it off the shelf. It's in this. Now, you can buy them singly, but there is this as well. This is a very expensive set now. I saw this at Movie Trading Company. Used for $350. That's stupid. Okay? Now, I don't know what I paid for this, but it was too much. Okay? It was way, way too much. It is a cool box though. And here, I'll show you. But it has the 9. Okay, it doesn't have Solo and it doesn't have Rogue One. But it's one of these where it's such a cool, yeah, you can see it. It's such a cool set, but unfortunately it's in these envelopes. You can see those envelopes. I hate those. I hate it when it's like this. But yeah, all the movies are here. And there's a ton of special features. There's Empire. There's Force Awakens. There's Rise of Skywalker. It's a great looking set, and I'm glad that I own it, even though I don't like the sequels. But it's still, I'm happy that I own it because I would have bought it eventually. It would have happened. It was an inevitability, you know? It was like Thanos. It was inevitable for me to buy this. But they are available singly, so you can buy just the ones you want if you so desire. Okay? So, yes. So basically, yes, they are available. And you know what? That's the thing, dude. They look great. 7, 8, and 9 look insanely good in 4K. I just wish I could like the movies, but there you go. I just wondered what the Crow would look like in black and white. Ooh. That would actually be really interesting. I'm actually surprised that... I wonder if there's a... let's see, The Crow, 1994, black and white. I wonder if there's a. Brandon Lee wanted The Crow to be black and white. Look at their fan edit. I knew it. I've edited The Crow in black and white. So there is a fan edit probably out there somewhere where you can get it in black and white if you so desire. What movies are not on 4K and why? A lot of times it's the reason that it wouldn't be in 4K is the studios have either decided that they don't think it's worth the remastering process to go from a 1080p master to a 4K master. Or, there's many reasons, right? There could be rights issues, soundtrack, all kinds of things. But there are some where it's just like, okay, here's another one. A lot of Disney / Fox / Touchstone Pictures / the, what do you call them? Miramax. A lot of Disney owned movies are kind of in a standstill right now because Disney said, "Hey, we're not doing any more 4K production, or we're slowing down our 4K production and only focusing on new movies," right? But then Sony has now taken over for Disney when it comes to releasing 4K discs. So that should mean that we should get a lot more Disney properties, Disney-owned properties coming out on 4K in the future. The only problem is they might be more expensive than everybody wants. Like I like it when you go, oh, look at this here, 4K disc for $16. I love it. A lot of times when they first come out, it's like $25, $30, $35 depending on the studio. Warner Brothers has very famously not put out some really, I think, titles that would sell really well. But then Warner Archive, I don't know if you don't follow the news, which since you're new to this, Warner Archive, which is seriously, they put out some amazing stuff, amazing older movies that haven't seen the light of day in a very, very long time. They're putting them out on Blu-ray. They just announced their first 4K disc, The Searchers, in 4K at a reasonable price of $30. That's amazing. So to get The Searchers in 4K is great. And I own it digitally. I kind of want to get the disc, but we'll see. So there's a lot of reasons why, or it could just be, rights issues. If it's a studio that's no longer around, getting the rights from, for all that. What you'll notice is that there are many different manufacturers of Blu-rays, and there's many different studios that are not like Disney or Fox or, Warner Brothers or Paramount or anything like that. Arrow and Criterion and Severin and Vinegar Syndrome. You'll hear all of these names. If you go to Diabolic DVD, here, look. Let me go back there and I'll show you. So browse by label. Look at all these different labels. Some of these, they do nothing but those really off the wall, not mainstream movies. And I actually don't want to click into these because a lot of these movies, they will have nudity on the covers and I don't want to get in trouble. But you can click through some of these and see the kind of things. Kino Lorber is another great one. Kino Lorber does big 50% off sales all the time. Right now, Criterion's running a sale at Barnes & Noble. So you can get 4Ks for $25, which is pretty good for a Criterion movie. Because Criterion, man, they make great products. But so there you go. I would definitely just jump in and just start looking. Dunkirk and Elysium. I like both those movies. So yes, I like that. Mad Max Fury Road. Oh, dude, the Mad Max movies. Yes. PS5 at the moment. Here's the thing. I hope you're still here. I know I've been talking a lot. Oh my God, I'm so freaking behind. Here's the thing, Knights of Old. PS5 will play 4K discs, but they won't be HDR. They won't be Dolby Vision because Sony didn't. If you play a video game that has Dolby Vision or HDR, it will play and it will work on your new TV, but it will not give you Dolby Vision because they didn't want to pay the licensing rights, or yeah, they just didn't want to do that. Xbox did the same thing. So even though both of them can play 4K discs, if they're HDR or Dolby Vision, which not all are, some are just like some older movies, you know, they didn't do the HDR stuff. They're just a 4K transfer. When they do that, you won't be able to see the benefit. So that's another reason to get a dedicated good player. But again, it's kind of an expensive proposition sometimes. Yeah, there you go. Criterion sales at Barnes & Noble. Ending to Chinatown is so dark. Oh, yes, Spencer. It totally is. Our BBFC classification, our version of your MPAA. There you go. John Day sucks, but John P is awesome. Exactly, Jerry. Not a horse's hole. It's not what I said. It's not what I said. Moira. I always want to put a like a W in there. Moira. I don't know. Moira Kelly. But there you go. 2 a.m. I watch stuff people sent us. Can't believe someone sent an entire mirror. Dude, there's so much. Dude, there was so much stuff in that box, and it kept going. It just kept going. Does Porky's have a 4K? I don't think so. See, that's what you'll also see is that movies like comedies, there's not a whole lot of reason to get above a 1080p transfer for a comedy. Comedies aren't known for their visual. You get what I'm saying? Now, you might say, hey, there's some visuals. There are pairs of visuals in Porky's that I would like to see in 4K. True. But Porky's 4K. Holy crap, there is. Apparently. Oh, pre-order. And look at there, blu-ray.com. So there you go. But yeah, look at that. So oh. Give me just a second, please. Please? Can you just give me a second? Yeah, you just saw me buy that live because yeah, I want that. We've talked about this. We've talked about this many times. The volumes 1 and 2 and 3 and they were on sale or whatever. Yeah. I just got the whole thing. Cool. Now I need to give me a second here, please. Okay. Cool. Got it. Dude, I'm gonna spend so much freaking money. I just bought that live. But there you go. Continue without supporting. Look, Blu-ray, I would love to support you, but man, your ads are. I'll tell you this. I love this site. This site is amazing, but holy crap, there's so many ads. There's so many ads. But look, you got the Wizard of Oz in 4K, Godzilla, the original Godzilla in 4K. I mean, look, man, there's so much. There's so much. Squiggles, what's going on? Good to see you. Shout out Movie Trading Company with their outrageous prices. I love the store, but haven't been there in 10 years because of prices. See, here's what I do. I go in there to look at stuff. I haven't bought anything in there in a while, but Crappy Blu-ray, but no 4K. Ah. Closing up and heading home. Ricky, be careful. Those envelopes is why I didn't buy that, Rob. Envelopes. Oh, the Skywalker stock. Gotcha. Ninja Nick, what's going on? You retracted your message. I hope it was, just a mistake. Does the UB820 require dual HDMI cables to push 4K? No, sir. Last Samurai needs a 4K. Damn, yes. Last Samurai, I would say the Speed Racer, the Wachowskis. I love that movie. I've talked about it many times. That movie needs to be in 4K. Contact needs to be in 4K. There's still quite a few. I wish the X-Files was in 4K. See, Ito, here's the problem with X-Files. They shot some of those in 4:3, and then the later seasons went to 16:9. I don't know if they shot it on if they shot it on video, it would cost a lot of money to upsample a video signal, up to 4K. That'd be really, really difficult. I would say Blu-ray is probably as good as you're going to get. And for most TV shows, I would say that's probably the best you really need to get. Look, I understand Friends and Seinfeld are two of the biggest, whatever. Okay. But man, do you really need those in 4K? I don't see the point. I don't like those shows enough to spend that kind of dough on those that series. But I still look at that and I go, but do we need it in 4K? I don't know. It's yeah. Upscaling older footage, how would X-Files benefit? Yeah, exactly. That's just the quality on the first couple of seasons are really poor. They really are. Man of Tomorrow. Ninja Nick, no, I haven't. It's been sitting there on my list. It is one of those situations where I've had so much on my to-do list lately that the only thing that I've been making time for is my actual watch list. And I would rather watch a movie that I've either already purchased because I know I love it, or it's a movie I've never seen before, than watch a fan edit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, it's nothing against fan edits, but I've kind of made I drew that line in the sand and said, okay, I'm good with fan edits for a while. There's too many movies out there. There's just too many. There's too many great movies to watch. And I don't know. I want to see that because you said it's Joe Willens, if I'm not mistaken. And he did an amazing job on that Prometheus Covenant thing. But I just haven't gotten around to it. I just want a reason to buy more X-Files stuff. Ito, I get that. I really do. We have, in fact, I think we have it digitally. I think we bought, because, every now and then iTunes or anybody will do one of those sales where, it's the whole season for $30 or something. And I think we actually ended up buying it. Did we buy it? No. I did buy The Office. Why is this? Oh, it's showing me. Okay, never mind. It's showing. Yeah, this is not good. This is not showing me what I want to see. Because it's showing my personal my hard drive with the library of stuff that I've ripped. I don't want to see that on here. But anyway, yeah, I don't have the X-Files, but it would be cool to have that. Some movies are Blu-ray only, but 4K digital, like Wes Anderson movies. Yeah, but Wes Anderson movies frequently come out on the Criterion Collection, do they not? You never make it to the Robert Patrick seasons? Yeah, they're not great, but I really enjoyed the last season. I really did enjoy that one. Isn't Warner Archive a burn-on-demand arm of Warner? They are sort of burn-on-demand, but they've been releasing more older movies recently. and there's just been a windfall of classic movies that they've been releasing, including movies like, like older movies, but then like something like Money Talks with Charlie Sheen and Chris Tucker, right? They released that on the Warner Archive recently. So it's basically stuff that just hasn't gotten a major release. Warner Archive will release it. I think it's amazing that they're doing The Searchers, because that's a high profile movie. So I'm interested to see how that's going to go. And as far as I'm concerned, look, if you're one of those people that you like 4K, you like the 4K discs, you like the 4K format, all that kind of stuff, I almost feel like those of us who do collect 4K discs, it's almost our duty to buy The Searchers, because that's going to show the higher ups at Warner Brothers that, hey, there's a market for this, and we get more movies in 4K like that. I kind of need to buy it. I feel like I need to buy it just for that. But I said, nah, hold up, son. Yeah, exactly. 80 years old right now. Leon, it doesn't change though, man. It doesn't change. I'm gonna give you four words. Private school, Betsy Russell. If you Google that, I'm just saying, that's private school, Betsy Russell. Here's the thing. You want to know some trivia? So in 100 years from now, when Order 42 is long gone, and it comes up on a Trivial Pursuit card, Trivial Pursuit is still around, what was the first R-rated movie with nudity that Order 42 ever saw? Private School. Showtime. Just saying. And I gotta say, it was kind of a mistake. It was a mistake to see that, because it's kind of it's been kind of downhill from here. Because I'm telling you, that was horse. Go ahead and head in horse, and you're gonna go, oh wait, she's riding a horse. There you go. There you go. Smoking the Bandit 4K and the Cornello trilogy. Scott Pilgrim on 4K. I have Scott Pilgrim. That's a good one too. Okay. Stream's over. Rob is broke. Well, I mean, that's not going to exactly break me, but it's the amount. It's that one, and then this one, and then that one. But you're right. You're right, Shozama. That's a pretty good. But I don't know if those are like top tier 4K. I mean, I don't have them. I have all of those in Blu-ray. I don't feel like I need those in 4K, even though I kind of want to get Shaun of the Dead in 4K because I love that movie. It's my favorite. But Game of Thrones is great, I'm sure. Yeah. So that early Virginia Madsen movie I was wondering about is called Fire with Fire from 1986. Yeah, she played a Catholic schoolgirl, which I guess is why it was so memorable for you. I can understand that, Steve. I can. Any bullet bargains? I love Money Talks. Not Gary. How are you? How are you? Well, exactly, Steve. But you know what? Like I said, man, that was a joy for me to see at such a young age. Just saying. And Bucho is here. Welcome to Bucho. Welcome to Bucho. Now, hey, now that we're all caught up, it took forever, but we're all caught up. Why don't we talk a little bit about some more of the movies that I watched this week? I watched both of these. The Jade Raksha and the Bells of Death, part of the Shaw Brothers Classics Volume 1. You know me. I can't get enough of my Shaw Brothers movies. And these were both really good. The Jade Raksha is Cheng Pei Pei again. Great in it, except for the end, where I'm just gonna say there are I don't like the way she was acting. And I'm talking about the character now, not her. The way that she was acting. But Bells of Death was really good. But the sound design was awful. I don't think the Shaw brothers are known for their sound design. I mean, especially when you got into the Chang Che, era of wuxia films. All the whoosh, ting, patang, and it's the same ting and tang that happens. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's the same over and over and over. Bells for 90 minutes. Bells. It's kind of literal bells, like jingle bells. I don't mind jingle bells. I like Christmas. I like to be in the holiday spirit, but hearing bells for 90 minutes almost took me out of the movie. Okay. But I'm going to say that, yeah, both of those, both of those were well worth watching. Well worth it. So yeah, I would say that both of those, yeah. I mean, look, not everybody is going to, by the way, Shout is actually running a special right now on their box sets. Shoutfactory.com. Box set sale up to 50% off select titles, including all of those. There's the Friday the 13th collection. Those are Blu-rays. The T. Lung David Chung collection. All the ones that I have. They're all on sale right now. Under $100. Actually, I think the T. Lung collection is like $140. But yeah, look at that. The Friday the 13th collection. I wanted to buy this just because I think it's such a cool box. $80. That's a hell of a deal if you're into that. But look, there's Shaw Brothers Classics Volume 4, $100. Yeah, $140 for T. Lung. But look, man, some great deals. If you're into it, you may not be into it. See, there's the Transformers, the complete collection of the Generation 1 Transformers for $30. Now, that's a DVD. It's the same DVD set that I have over here. But hey, there's the Brave Archers. I mean, look, man, good deals. There's that JFK 4K, which was awesome. $36. And it's got so much stuff in there. It's a good. So I would say, yeah, Shout Factory. If you're in a Shout Factory and you're wanting a sale, there you go. So, take that. Put that in your pipe and have a good time. Bells of Death are in your top 3 types of bells? Well, there you go. For my horse riding chick dollar, I'm going to take Jennifer Connelly and Career Opportunities. So much visual pleasure for only a quarter or two. Career Opportunities actually got... Did it get a 4K? Or is it just Blu-ray? I think it was just Blu-ray, but I could be wrong. How about The Hotspot? I mean, if you're wanting Jennifer Connelly. But there's Blu-ray all region. Okay, this is what I was thinking of, is this one down here. This Film Focus. I couldn't remember if this was 4K or not. It's out of stock anyway. But it includes Career Opportunities, Waking the Dead, and House of Sand and Fog, which I've never seen House of Sand and Fog. But yeah, yes. Look, hey. I mean, Steve... Yeah, I've had a crush on Jennifer Connelly for almost 40 years now. Ever since I saw Labyrinth in 1986. So yeah. David Lynch collection in 4K featuring his best work like Hobbs and Shaw and Twin Peaks and Mulholland Drive and Deadpool 2. Slades, how's it going? Good to see you. I'm not sure he did Hobbs and Shaw or Deadpool 2, but hey. The Foley artist was probably just hitting a knife and fork on the mic. Yeah, but it's worse than that. Transformers 1 is awesome. It is a great movie and everyone should see it. It's the best Transformers movie since Transformers the movie. And yeah, I said it. I don't care. I don't care who knows it. Transformers 1 is the best one since then. That's what it says when I Googled David Lynch. It says he made those movies. Slades, I'm pretty sure he did. Pretty sure. But also, I do want to point this out. If you haven't seen this yet, hashtag no spoilers, okay? Any of you have seen this already? Just hashtag no spoilers, because there might be somebody that hasn't watched this yet. And you might say, man, I don't know. I don't really think a whole show about the Penguin is going to be good. Oh, it's good. It's really good. It's one of the best. It's seriously, no question, one of the best series this year. Period. Oh my God, it's good. Okay? It's so good. It definitely takes, it's kind of like the makers of the Batman and and I'm talking about the Batman with Robert Pattinson and the makers of the Penguin said, you know, Christopher Nolan's movies were really grounded. And they basically said, hold my beer. We're going to get even more grounded and make it even more realistic. These are great. This is a great show. And if you're a fan of that Batman movie with Robert Pattinson, this is a absolute must see. You have to see it. And you weren't going to bother with it. Absolutely, Leon. Because I was like, well, no, I don't know if I was just not super excited for it. But I'm like, dude, Colin Farrell as the Penguin was amazing in the movie. I just don't know if this is going to be a great show. This is so good. But, oh my God. Yes, Slades. Absolutely. Waiting for my friend to share his Max account. This is going to be up there as one of the best of the year. No question. And I think Colin Farrell, do they even, Mr. Gimme Stuff just subscribed. Welcome, Mr. Gimme Stuff. I don't know if you're asking me to give you stuff. I'm happy you're here. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. But man, what an amazing show. Okay? And that's all I'm going to say. I love that they make you feel for the characters. And then they can just a few short minutes later recontextualize what you already saw and give it a new angle to view that footage or that happening. They were playing me. They were manipulating me in the best kind of way. Like, I'll tell you this. This subverted expectations in the best ways. This is the kind of thing that M. Night Shyamalan hasn't been able to do in decades. It's the kind of, I'm going to make you think a thing, and then I'm going to change the way that you think about that thing. It's wonderful. Wonderful stuff. I just had to finish my tea, but this is a great show, and everyone should see it. It's that good. You've been watching the new season of From. Personally, I'm waiting until I can binge it until after last season, but I'm curious to know your take if you've seen any. I just watched the latest episode today. Was such a strong start to the season, but I think the last few episodes have fallen into the same boredom and plot nonsense as season 2. Leon, I still haven't watched past season 1. I don't know. And Mr. Gimme Stuff. Nah, bro. Didn't know you had a channel here from the Chasers. Mr. Gimme Stuff, welcome. Now, here's the thing. This is not your typical Game Chasers-y. No wonder it's so hot. The freaking fan's off. Dang it. This isn't like the Game Chasers. So I very rarely talk about games. It's not I'm more of a movie guy and a books guy and pretty much movies and books. But movies and books and TV shows and things like that, right? It's different than the Game Chasers. But hey, if you like it, cool. And hey, there's no, it's free. So you don't have to, if you don't like it, you can just unsub. It's no big deal. But you're more of a film dude? Okay, well then hopefully you'll have a good time here because man, we love talking about our movies and stuff. Got to get back to it. Watched up to episode 4, but then got distracted by other stuff. Bucho, oh my God, get on it. You are gonna, dude. Look, I would love to hear Bucho. Not the alien. Not the alien. Oh my God. I want to hear Bucho's take on the end of this season. Because here's the thing. I don't know if it's a season finale or a series finale. I don't know what they're going to do. But I want to hear Bucho's take on this. Because I think it would be really fun. And it would be really fun to hear you dance around all the spoilers and such. How can someone not like Rob Stream's Cryptic? It's good to see you, man. And don't think I didn't forget. Man, you were one of my supporters over on Twitch. I didn't have that many subs. I wasn't a big sub guy over there. But man, you always back me up, and I appreciate that. It was so nice of you. So thank you again. And it's good to see you over on Dave's streams too. But yeah. The fan was off, so that's why it was hot. I thought it was just me. Yes. Season 1 was friggin' fire. Season 2 was the opposite of that. Well, I'll watch it and hopefully the end of season 3 isn't trash. The thing is though, Cryptic, Mr. Gimme Stuff. The thing is a lot of, both of you really. The thing is, it's why I kind of hesitated to have Billy, try to shout me out and stuff. And I'm like, dude, you guys don't have to do this. And it feels awkward. I don't want people to think that, oh, he's only hanging out with them, so they'll go sub to his channel. No, I just, look, if you want to talk movies and stuff, cool. If not, it's no big deal. I don't care. I'm not as big into video games as I am into movies and stuff. I want to talk about movies. So, you know what I mean? Do the thing. Yes, exactly. In fact, that right there is one of the reasons why I kind of want to do what is it called? I don't even know. It's kind of like subs, but for YouTube. I don't think I'll get many, but just so people can have their do the thing emote, because I love the do the thing emote. It's my favorite emote. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, hey, there's no obligation, and I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy that's always like, oh, he's just here for clout or anything like that. No, dude. I'm here to do stuff that's fun. And I know that I'll never be a huge YouTuber. I mean, I kind of feel like there's a lot of people that would enjoy hanging out in the stream and enjoy my reviews and stuff. They just don't know about me. But what am I going to do? How am I going to promote? I don't know. I don't know. All I'm trying to say is, look, if you enjoy it, cool. It's not a big deal. If you don't, it's no big deal. To be fair, the other stuff was rewatching some Coen Brothers classics. Oh, okay. Well, I'll give you a pass this time. Because Coen Brothers movies, they will always be there. Of course, the Penguin will always be there now, too. I'm just saying, dude, you should watch it. I'm interested. Fargo and The Big Lebowski still rule real hard. I bet they do. But see, okay, The Big Lebowski is a great example of a movie that I own. I thought I had the... Okay, I have the DVD. I think I have the I think I actually have the digital HD version of Big Lebowski. But that's a movie that I don't think I need a 4K of that. You know? Does that make sense? There's some movies where I'm just kind of like, I don't need it. I'm good. I've got the Blu-ray. I'm good. I'm happy. I don't know. Am I wrong? It's The Lost Guys, so I was always going to be skeptical of the series. I'm still hopeful, but season 2 sucked. 3, I'm still hopeful. And yeah, Cryptic, I'm on YouTube now, but that's the thing. I got more views. I got more people in the chat on YouTube than I ever did on Twitch. Now, the only reason that I would have people come over on Twitch and they'd be kind of big is because Billy or Jay would be on the show and they're like, "Hey, go watch me on this." And y'all would come. But then nobody would come back. So it was just one of those things. It made more sense to be over here. Especially since my reviews were over here too. It just didn't make sense to have people jumping around. So I do miss the video game voices now and again. You know, I was actually thinking about the other day, is that the Breath of the Wild, that was fun. But yeah. Big throbbing members. There it is. I don't know if they're big throbbing. I studied filmmaking and adore the art. Games are fun, but that's not why I watch the Game Chasers. It's the personalities, and you are one of them. Oh, well, that's nice of you to say. It's weird, though. I don't know if you've noticed this. I'm much more subdued over there when I'm doing Game Chaser stuff because I feel like I'm not the star. I shouldn't be the focus. If every now and then, you know, something happens and I can throw in my 2 cents, great. But that's their thing. And they spent years building that up. I don't want to come in and take any of the spotlight away from them because they no. That's their thing. And like that last episode with Chris, man, I was laughing my butt off behind the camera. Them going back and forth, I was laughing so freaking hard. But again, it's not about me. It's about them. They're the ones they're the show. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to, you know, help them out whenever I can. Fargo season 5, I would put as the second best after season 1. I still haven't seen past season 2, I think, of Fargo. I need to watch those because I really enjoyed the first season. I don't remember if I think the second season, if it's the one I remember, it was okay. I don't know. Inside Llewyn Davis, Mr. Gimme Stuff. Oh God. What's freaking dude? I can't remember the song now. I just remember him shout. Freaking dude. Okay. I thought Adam Driver was cool in the Star Wars movies, but that's the movie. That performance is the one that made me go, I love Adam Driver now. Because Inside Llewyn Davis is, and it's just a short little thing. Shout. So freaking funny. But what does he say though? I can't remember. It's been too long since I've seen it. But man, what a movie that was. That's interesting though, that's your favorite. I mean, with No Country for Old Men there, with Fargo, with Big Lebowski, with Raising Arizona, with Miller's Crossing. I mean, there's some freaking good Coen Brothers movies, man. Dude, what's the Blood Simple? I mean, the Coen Brothers are awesome. You know what? I'm not judging at all. You want to say Inside Llewyn Davis? You go for it. Burn After Reading, that's a fun one too. Aliens will make Dodongo leader of Earth. I sure hope not. Where are we on the thing? Oh, okay. Well, let me get caught up and then we'll move on with the show. It's already 9:00. And dude, we're gonna be streaming in like 13 hours. Again, 10:30 a.m. Central Time. 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time with the UAP hearing tomorrow. So if you're interested, come hang out with me. And again, I just want to let you know, I'm not going to be talking over them. It's one of the things that I hate about there's certain reactionary YouTubers, like really big ones, Asmongold, who sometimes talk over the video, and I don't like that. I like to be able to enjoy the content with him, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically sit back and we're going to watch it together, and I'm going to be chatting in the chat with you guys. But if something happens and I have to go, oh my God, then we'll do that. But I just want to experience it with you guys. That's really it. So just keep that in mind. If you're interested, the UAP hearing tomorrow morning, it's going to happen. I'm super glad Billy shouted you out one random night. If not for that, I wouldn't have a reason to look forward to Tuesday nights. These streams are always great. Thank you. Not Gary. It's so kind. It's so kind of any of you and all of you to hang out anytime. If you're here for 5 minutes or 30 minutes or 3 hours, I'm just happy that anybody's here. You know, I mean, seriously, I thought I'll probably never get above 300 subscribers. And I don't know what I'm at now, but it's stupid. To me, it's stupid. Oh, I do have it still. Look at that. Look at that. That's stupid. It's stupid that I have that many subscribers. I'm just a dude talking about stuff. So I just appreciate that you're here. So thank you. Maybe if you can, still find those Rob's Breath of the Wild Voices highlights vids on the Twitter's Order 42 show. You can play them when you take a vape break. Oh, they're still, and well, they're not only, are they on YouTube? They're on YouTube. Yeah, they're on YouTube. Aren't they? Let's see. Oh yeah, Breath of the Wild gaming highlights. Supercut that my good buddy Bucho did. And there's 4 of them. And they have, wow, 9 views, 7 views, 11 views, 8 views. So they don't exactly get a whole lot of views, but they're out there. If you search for Breath of the Wild gaming, or you just look at my channel and you say Breath of the Wild, search Breath of the Wild, they come up. Wow. It's been a while. It's been a while since I made those. Just glad the Game Chasers have a reliable cameraman now with you, Rob. Oh, well, thank you, Carbonite. I mean, I try. I do try. Now I have 7 Samurai in 4K and regular Blu-ray just because. Here's the thing, though. Yay, you know? Screw it. I'm going to skip over this thing just real quick because of this. I got this. Yeah. One of my favorite movies, seriously. Probably in my top, definitely my top 10, maybe top 5 favorite movies of all time. Zodiac 4K, right? Let me show you. Disc 1, feature film. Disc 2, director's cut. The director's cut is not even in 4K. Commentary. Okay, good. Disc 3, the Zodiac Deciphered, visual effects of Zodiac, pre-visualization. This is the Zodiac speaking, prime suspect. Director's cut. Commentary, Zodiac Deciphered, visual effects, pre-visualization. This is the Zodiac speaking. Arthur Lee Allen, the prime suspect. Even further. They're almost literally the same disc. So what they did the 4K of the theatrical cut and then just threw in the same discs that were in this release. That's a bummer. That's a big freaking bummer for me because I'm a huge fan of this movie. I love this movie. And then on top of that, this was what I was alluding to earlier. This was shot in what, 2007? 2006 2007 is when it came out. Okay? This was shot using 1080p video cameras, digital cameras. 1080p. Which means really what we're getting on this 4K disc are upsamples. Now, there are benefits to using a 4K disc because you have a lot more room, right? So less compression, it's going to look better, it's going to sound better, all those things. But that's only on that first disc, and it's only the theatrical cut. It kind of bums me out, man. It bums me out that I was super excited for a new release and it's the same exact thing. It's literally just the movie in 4K and it's just a bummer. It's a bit of a bummer. Okay? It's just a bit of a bummer. And Seven Samurai, and this is for every Criterion release. When they do the 4K release, they don't change any of the supplements. They barely change the packaging at all. The only thing they do is they add 4K to the disc. So it's a 4K disc. Special features are on another disc, typically, right? I don't know how it is on Seven Samurai, but that's probably how it is. Or it might be split over 2 discs. But you're not getting anything new. You're just getting the same thing, but with a slight upgrade. And with this, it's actually kind of a downgrade. Because I can't remember the last time I watched the theatrical cut of Zodiac. Because the director's cut adds 5 minutes. It's not crazy. But I'd rather watch the director's cut. So it's kind of a bummer, man. It's a bummer. And Criterion does that same thing, and it's kind of a bummer. Which is why, me personally, I bought the BFI edition of Seven Samurai. Because at least I should get the same transfer, but I should get different supplements. Because I already have the Blu-ray for Seven Samurai. It's right there. Which you can't see, but it's there. So it's kind of... It bums me when it feels like a lazy release. You know? Your calmness is a good offset. It fits great. Well, thank you, Mr. Gimme Stuff. That's seriously, anytime, and here, that's the other thing. I just want to make sure that, that they get what they need to make what they do, you know? How am I so far behind? I'm so far behind. How? You're overthinking it. Just act yourself. Thank you, Derek. I appreciate it. I don't overthink it. I don't sit there and attempt to do that. I just know that when I'm behind the camera, it's not about me. It's about them. It's about what's in front of me, not behind me. If I'm on camera, well then, yeah, I'll say something or whatever. But I'm not gonna take the spotlight away from who their hundred and however many thousand, hundreds of thousands, or well, not hundreds of thousands, but many thousands of people are not there to see Rob. They're there to see the Game Chasers. So I want to give them the Game Chasers. That's just all I'm saying. Season 5 is the only season I've seen. Oh, wow. Look at that. If you did not own any Blade Runner disc at all, which one would you buy? Oh, that's tough because so much of why I love Blade Runner is because of that 4-disc collector's 5-disc, however many discs it is, the collector's edition Blu-ray that has all the 5 different versions of the movie. That's why I love that movie, is going through and seeing the differences and seeing how things changed and how things got better and better until finally you're left with the final cut, which I think is the superior cut. I know there's people that will disagree and they go, oh, I like the narration, or, oh, I like this or that, whatever. I love the final cut. I think it's perfect. And I just think it's beautiful. So that's hard to say because if you just get the 4K, you're only getting the final cut basically. Which now, because there's aliens up there, there's the Wraith alien. Wraith gave me that one, and then Billy gave me both of those aliens. Bought that at the premiere for Romulus, and then that's the alien that Billy got me at a convention. But see, I have the Film Vault version of Blade Runner: The Final Cut. So this is the same disc that's available everywhere in 4K. It's just in this big bad special edition thing. And this special edition is neat. But if you remember when I bought this and when I unboxed it, I was kind of like, man, it's cool. It's super nice. But the movie really is what it's all about. I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire. I mean, dude, come on. And then this opens up and you're like, oh, that's cool. And it's got a bunch of like, it's an envelope. More human than human. Dr. Eldon Tyrell. It's got the blueprints of the spinner. It's got a bunch of the lobby cards, which are amazing. I mean, this is great stuff. But this is the second time I've looked at it all. Because what I care about is the movie. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where, yeah, you can spend $80 on one movie, or you can just buy the movie for however much. And look, this is really cool. It's numbered. Can you see? There you go. 554 of 3,000. So it's a limited edition thing. This really cool acrylic thing. But this is what it's about. This is what it's about. With a little slipcase, glossy, beautiful. I mean, this is a great presentation. It really is a great presentation. But presentation only gets you so far. I really just care about the movie. And the wonderful documentary by Charles de Lauzirika called Dangerous Days. I'm telling you, Dangerous Days, that you need to see Dangerous Days. Is that available on YouTube anywhere? I'm wondering. Because if you don't like Blade Runner, I understand. Like, there's people in the chat right now, guaranteed, don't like Blade Runner. But I wonder if they've seen Dangerous Days. Because Dangerous Days and seeing all the different versions of the movie, that made me love this movie. Ow. That just scratched me. I wonder. Like, that hurt. So who knew that a special edition could hurt you? But that just scratched the crap out of my face. Dangerous. Dangerous Days indeed. Wait, maybe I forgot about No Country. That may be it. I watch the coin flipping scene monthly. Dude. And see, here's the thing, Mr. Gimme Stuff. You also get neat things because of the oh, look at that. Look at that. Star Fox posted his Blu-ray, or his Blu-ray next to his 4K, I'm assuming. Or is that just, I don't know, but that looks nice. But you also get cool stuff like fun stuff like that in my Discord. Because we do like the fun. I love behind the scenes stuff, but there's goofy stuff in there. You gotta join the Discord. I think you get a kick out of it. It's fun, and we share like what stuff we get. That's fun too. Favorite season of the past decade. That's the one with Billy Bob Thornton, right? Season 4, Jodie Foster one, very good. Oh, True Detective. Yeah, Jodie Foster one was really good. I like that one. Red Beard. Well, Ricky, I mean, look, all we have is a DVD, right? All we have is a DVD. And while we're talking about the good old Akira Kurosawa on 4K that came out, that apparently you got today, look at this. The BFI collection is releasing Yojimbo and Sanjuro in 4K. $40. Available at Orbit DVD right now. Comes out February 24th. They're also releasing High and Low and Straw Dog? Let me see. Curated. That's what I like about Orbit DVD. You have a Kurosawa section. So there's Dreams. There's my Seven Samurai that I'm getting, the 4K in this edition. Oh, and I'll show it off. Yeah, so High and Low, Region B, and Stray Dog. Yes, Stray Dog. That's what I said, right? So they're both Region B Blu-rays. But they're also releasing High and Low and Stray Dog. And there's the 4K right here, which is kind of moving because my mouse is going over it. That's the Yojimbo Sanjuro 4K Criterion, which I have the Blu-ray. And you know what? I like Yojimbo and Sanjuro, but they're not my favorite. So I don't think I need to upgrade. So there you go. Can't stop watching Asmongold. I just can't help watching. Yes. But yeah, Redbeard would be great on Blu-ray, even. If aliens have any common sense, they will hand Dodongo a cold case of Steel Reserve bottles and a bag of goodies and sit back and observe humanity. Oh my God. Chris, welcome. Not sure. Hey, Chris. Not the Chris. Is it the Chris? My thought is these white Tic Tac kinda are drones of some kind. No way organic life forms could survive those kinds of G-forces, speed, or direction changes. I mean, yeah. They could be drones. But that's the thing. Nobody really knows. Or I should say there's probably people that do know, but we, the public, don't. Seriously, it scratched my face. It scratched my face. There's blood. Wow. Damn you, Blade Runner. Why must you love me so good? So I'm sorry. That was a little creepy. But you're probably right, Chris. They're drones. But who knows what non-human intelligence might be able to overcome. Maybe they're somehow suspended in the capsule without direction changes, having any effect on the occupants. That's a thing. Could be. I'll try to watch your stream tomorrow if I can. Got a feeling the hearing might be a dud, though. Yeah, I kind of feel like it could go either way. But, hey, I'm going to have fun. So surprised how good season 4 of True Detective was. Man, I'll tell you this. Jodie Foster proved yet again. Dude, I love Jodie Foster. So you've got certain actresses that I really enjoy. You got certain directors that I really enjoy, like Ridley. I love my Ridley. Jodie Foster is in my top tier of people that I will just watch. Doesn't matter what they're in. I'll watch it. I still haven't seen that movie with Annette Bening and Jodie Foster from last year. I didn't see that one. But I just love Jodie Foster. I think she's great. And she showed once again why she's so good. She's so good in True Detective. So good. Performances especially, but there were parts of the storytelling that didn't quite click for me. It might work better for me on a rewatch. The Thing, possibly, yes. Plus, they shouted you out, and look at us now, hanging out and such. Exactly, Ricky. I mean, look, hey, I'm not complaining about the shout-outs or anything like that. I didn't want it to be a thing where, and it's part of the reason why I stepped back from going to their streams, is because it seemed like every time I went there, they were like, hey, it's Rob, go to Order 42. And I'm like, I'm just here to hang out, here to support you, here to hang out with you guys. You don't need to come over to my channel and whatever. And hopefully people know by now that, hey, he does movie stuff. And if they want to see movie stuff, they can come over and see me. But I don't know. I feel weird about that because I don't feel like I earned it. You know, I don't feel like I earned people's trust yet, you know. I don't know. Is it weird? I don't know. Zodiac. I suspect what they say about that movie is true. What is that? It's a tough fap. I mean, yes. Just rewatched Zodiac the other day. So fantastic. It's seriously, I love that movie. There is probably no movie, and I was talking about this the other day. There's probably no movie I've in the last 20 years that I've seen more than Zodiac. It's a comfort movie for me. I love it so much. It's beautifully shot. It's a captivating story, amazing performances, lines of dialogue that just, I just love the writing in it. Yeah, they were at a painting party. What's a painting party? It's a party where people come over and they help you paint. Sounds like a terrible party. Anyway, they went. It's just dude. That's one of my favorite lines in the movie, and it's barely even acknowledged. And I love that line. And I think everybody's fantastic in it. Everybody, so good. My second favorite Gyllenhaal movie after Nightcrawler. Oh my God, Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler's a great movie, but man, I can't watch that movie again. That movie was so difficult to watch. Good movie, though. And Jake Gyllenhaal should have gotten awards for that. It was so good. It's crazy how many movies I hype up that have Jake Gyllenhaal in it. Jake Gyllenhaal, man, he's another one. I really like him. And you know what? I know people, I don't know about today. It used to be where if I said, man, Brokeback Mountain was a good movie, people go, oh, well, I wonder if you like the guys. And I'm like, what makes that movie amazing is that, yeah, it's two gay men, right? They have this gay relationship, but they don't focus on anything but them. And sometimes when you focus in like that, it makes it a universal story. Anybody can relate to two people that love each other and want to be together, but the world won't let them. Everybody. I mean, it's like Romeo and Juliet, same situation. You have two people. It was a beautifully made movie. Sometimes hard to watch in places, especially if you whatever. But I'm just saying, beautiful movie. Anyway, did that say pan and scan? Chris, what are you talking about? Pan and scan. Pan and scan. Where? Pan and scan. Where did you see this? Chris, I know that was like 45 minutes ago, but where did you see that? Oh my God, how am I so far behind? I thought I was almost caught up. Jeez. I thought the Breath of the Wild highlights were only on Twitter for some reason. Oh no, they're on the YouTubes. Zodiac is one of the best things in the history of things. I mean, I don't know about that, but it's pretty damn good. Did I ever watch that Mindhunter show? No, I didn't. And the reason I didn't is just because it was like when I heard it was ending, it was kind of like, do I need to watch it now? Because it was always like, oh, I need to watch that. And I never got around to it. And then they said it wasn't continuing. And I was kind of like, okay, well, do I need to watch it? Do you think I should watch Mindhunters? You can answer and I'll get to it in 45 minutes. Just posted the packaging Discord and just the 4K is thicker. Mindhunters is very reminiscent of Zodiac. I wish Fincher had pushed harder for season 3. Okay, I need to watch it. All right, I'll watch it. The 4K one has an extra disc and that's it. Bummer, no season 3. The mention of Zodiac reminds me, I confess that not everything that distracted me from Penguin was a Coen classic. I also watched a buff version of Zodiac starring Jake Gyllenhaal in New Roadhouse. I haven't seen that yet. I don't know about that one. Never will be either now. Oh, never will be either now. Okay, yeah. Blade Runner is one of those quintessential movies I have never seen. Mr. Gimme Stuff, that is a movie that I didn't watch for very many years. Like, I didn't see it until... So it came out in 82. DVD came out in 97. If I'm not mistaken. I was at Blockbuster at the time. And then Blade Runner was one of the first big Warner Brothers DVDs that came out. And it was the director's cut, which really wasn't a director's cut, but anyway, with the snapper case. Remember the snapper cases? So like this classic snapper case, right? So it's not in an amaray like this, right? It's literally just this snap, and then this folds out, and there's probably stuff in here. Yeah. I still have the DVD catalog from when Blade was released. But yeah, so you got the DVD there, you got the little thing, right? And some of them were literal, I mean, just like this, you know? But yeah, snapper cases. But Blade Runner was one of the first DVDs released from Warner Brothers. I watched it and went, okay, I get it. I understand why people like it, but I don't get it. And then they released that the collector's edition in the big case. I think it's 5 discs actually, but it was in the case. Well, I was like, I don't want all the extra crap. Just give me the movies. And they released the movies, just the movies. 5 disc collector's edition Blu-ray. Bought it and started going through it and ended up falling in love with it. It was one of those where when I get a set like that, I'm like, give me all of the information. So I watch all the special features, including the amazing Dangerous Days, Charles de Lauzirika produced documentary on the making of Blade Runner, and it was amazing. And it made me love it. I understand why people watch Blade Runner and they go, no, not for me, but I love it. Survey says best ending is he's a robot. Ending. Best ending. He's a robot. See, the only thing I think about there is Alien, but what? He's a robot. Ash is a damn robot. Yeah. The Blade Runner book thing I got that has all the different versions was totally worth it. Love it. And I agree Final Cut is the best one. Yeah, I think so. Fincher was waiting for confirmation from Netflix as he said the budget would need to be bigger than season 2 or there would be no point doing it. Don't think Netflix were keen, and then eventually all cast released from contracts, which is essentially canceling it. I'm only up to episode 5. It's another one I got distracted from. Man. Interesting. It's probably never happening, unfortunately. Bucho, at least you have a fair bit left to enjoy for the first time. Yes, I'll watch them. I gotta watch them then, because if you guys are saying that Mindhunters is that good, I wasn't sure about Groff as the lead man Mindhunter. Maybe because I had an idea in my head from reading the book back in the old times, but he grew on me. Yeah, Leon doesn't like Blade Runner. I wasn't Leon. I was gonna let you do your thing, you know, and just kind of sulk in the background as I talk about Blade Runner, but. Oh, Anna Torv. Oh, yeah. Anna Torv is in that from Fringe. That's another great show. I have that. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. I have that whole series on digital. And look, you can definitely see the scratch now that this son of a bitch box did to me. How'd you get that scratch? Oh, I was showing off a Blu-ray on a live stream. Or a 4K set, and it scratched the hell out of my face. That doesn't make any sense. I know it, but that's the way it happened. Are you going to sue him? No. No, I'm not going to sue him. I don't remember. Who made this? Who made this? I can't even remember. It's the Film Vault, but is that the? I thought the Film Vault was owned by a company. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I like the look of it. I keep wanting to like Blade Runner. Yeah. I'll finish Mindhunter, or I'll watch it. Brolin's behind the scenes YouTube vids from No Country are worth a watch. Dude has a sly sense of humor. Yeah, I like him. I just like the dude. You need Yojimbo? Rashomon was always one of my favorites. Chris. Rashomon's a good. Criterion has it on pre-order, but it's more than 40. $64? Well, see, that's the thing though. It'll be $40 when it goes on sale, the Barnes & Noble Blu-ray, because if you look at the suggested retail price, it's $79.95. Which is, I think I when I got the Blu-rays, I think I got them for 30. So it does say Blade, yes. And Jerry's been here on and off all night. 7:13 p.m. That is not true. That is not true, Bucho. Not true at all. Not true. And see, look at there. There, look at there. See, Bucho, yeah. You see Jerry? Yeah. How'd you like Nell? Nell. Jodie Foster? I don't think I ever saw that one. You earned mine. Oh, well, thank you, Ricky. I appreciate that. Stop being so humble. Embrace that shit, bud. Well, here's the thing, though. I can't. I don't know what it is. It's a sickness, really. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. No, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I'm just like, hey, it's a thing. It's just something that, it doesn't come up often, but when it does, it's kind of like, hey, everybody, it's okay. Just a dude. Late AF, sorry, man. Hey, Ninjinzu, don't worry about it. And plus, there's always the replay. Always the replay. I am a robot. Exactly. Yes. Sorry, I'm skipping. Oh my god, how am I so far behind? All right. I am very far behind. I'm gonna speed through this. Even the hearing itself doesn't deliver, we still get a bonus Order 42 stream. That's true. That's true. I watched Brokeback Mountain in middle school. It was made fun of for it. I just recently watched it again. It is such a beautiful movie. Yes. Yes. I can't quit him either. A bootyful movie? But no, it's just beautifully made. Love it. I'm not going to claim New Roadhouse lives up to OG, but it's worth a watch for Jake G bringing his charming weirdness to a role in which he also kicks copious amounts of ace. Tom Ace. Yes. Hold on a second. I need a vape. You know what, Leon, when you talk about see, that's the thing. The thing about Brokeback is that they didn't worry about the issue at large. They focused on these two people and their problem. The problem that they wanted to be together and they couldn't. And that's why it made it a movie that anyone could watch and get something out of it. And it's weird how that happens. You focus in and suddenly the whole thing makes sense to you. Like I was never had a problem with anybody. I'm just that guy. I don't, I'm friends with everybody. I can just be friends with anybody, right? When I watched Brokeback Mountain, it made me understand like even further what it might feel like to be in that situation and to feel that way. And it opened my mind a little bit. But it's weird how instead of being bombarded by this huge cause, you're literally just worried about these two people and what their problems are. And when you do that, it makes it great. And you're right, Leon. There are lesser people that try to do that sort of thing in whatever movie, TV show they're trying to tell. Or they say, hey, let's use this intellectual property that's very, very popular and let's try to inject a bunch of our ideals into it when it doesn't make sense. And when your story stops being about the story and about your ideal, you've lost me. And I'm not saying that those ideals aren't worth pursuing. But what you do is you sneak them in. You make the story work on its own. And then you add, it's like a little bit of cracked pepper on top. Just sets everything off. Or, I don't know. You get what I'm saying, though. But I think lesser people have done that very thing. That very thing. Fincher directs 4 of the 10 episodes from Mindhunter season 1. Oh, I'm watching it for sure. I'm gonna watch it. Hello, Rob from 30 minutes ago. I own Blade Runner, and one of those days I'll get to it. Oh, okay. Well, then watch the thing. Fincher's best work since Alien 3. I still like Alien 3. And I think the assembly cut that's on the quadrilogy or whatever set, the assembly cut is worth watching. We had too many damn snapper cases at the store, man. I miss working there. See, this is what we used to do. At Blockbuster, we would break these down because these were too thick to do. What we would do is we would snap these off and take this part out. Leave these in just a box somewhere. And then we would slip these in a like a file folder. So if we needed one, all we needed is grab one of these, and we can make a new thing. And then those snap down like that. Okay, I'm digging into the cardboard, I think. Oops. Yep, it's not straight. There you go. And there you go. Snapper case. I like the snapper cases just because I like the... It's just I don't know, I like them. I like having the artwork all nice and glossy, but they do get dented up and all that kind of stuff too. Hey. Still amazes me the guy that gave us Zodiac and Mindhunter did that movie. Well, it's also, very, very studio heavy stuff. I wish I liked Mank as much as everyone else. I just didn't. I can see that. I can totally see that. I really liked Mank though, but that's a one watcher, and it's Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross doing the soundtrack or the score, so I liked it. It's good. Aliens was the original title, Ricky. I hoped for more from the killer, but was a little disappointed. Me too. I just it felt very cold to me. Very cold. In a way, that was the point, but yeah. Let's see. What else? Seven alone makes Fincher one of my favorites. I get that too. Oh, wait. Even as a 100% straight dude, Brokeback's one of the most heartbreaking movies I've ever seen. That and Monsters Ball. Heath Ledger was so dang good in both. Heath Ledger was a damn... that guy... Such a shame. And I mean, Bucho, I don't know if Cosmo's still here. He's probably asleep because it's too late. I don't know. I don't know what Cosmo, how late Cosmo stays up. But you can vouch for me on this. There was a lot of people that hated the idea of Heath Ledger being the Joker, and I was one going, guys, I think this is gonna be good. This is just what I think, but I think it's gonna be good. Turns out I was right. Rob got the final cut. Yeah, no, look at that. Look at that. That's crazy. Who knew that physical media could be so dangerous? Yeah, exactly. How'd you get that beauty mark, tough guy? Eating pussy? No. I was showing off a 4K Blu-ray set on stream. He already has the Joker hair. He just needs the face paint. Want to know how I got these scars? My father was a fiend. Anyway, no, was a drinker and a fiend. Anyway, dude, come on. Dude, he's so awesome. Monsters Ball. Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. It's probably one of my favorite heartbreak movies ever. That and Blue Valentine. Whoa, Blue Valentine. Wow. I saw that once. I don't really remember it. What are y'all talking about in the edited version? Oh my God, 727? It's not 727. It would really help if they were accurate on their comment there. Got a bell for now, gang. If the stream is still live in an hour or so, I'll check back in. Otherwise, I have to catch. But he's coming back tomorrow. Hey, Bucho. Thank you, man. Thank you. And by the way, Bucho, this is the comment that I was talking about Elizondo. I think we talked about this last week. If you want to discredit a movement, wouldn't the best approach be to become its face and then discredit yourself? I have a hard time believing he's that careless. You're probably already gone, Bucho. But yeah. By the way, that is in reference to Lou Elizondo doing a private event and showing off what clearly, we talked about this last week, what clearly was, a reflection of the light behind a guy and him saying it was a mothership. And it was kind of like, damn. Which is why the movie was an exceptional piece of cinema. And look at that. Wraith asking how's the leg. That's awesome. Assembly cut doesn't count. Well, do you have Uncle Buck? Can you hold it up for me? Do I have Uncle Buck? No, I don't own Uncle Buck. I used to own it on VHS, but I think the reason that I didn't buy it on Blu-ray is because my dad bought it on digital. And because we're a family, iTunes family, shared, man, shared. You know what I mean? That's why. But I do own it. I do own Uncle Buck. Looking to come out there again next year. If I'm allowed into the country, I will be allowed for a small visit legally. Hey. Oh, man. Get some barbecue. Yes. I thought Heath Ledger would be a terrible Joker. Saw the leaked opening 6 minutes of the bank scene. Immediately changed my mind. Yeah. 45 minutes of just the Joker. Rewatch Blue Valentine. Okay. It's been a while, man. It's been a while. But it's what doesn't kill you makes you stranger. So good, man. He's so freaking good. No. I killed the bus driver. Anyway, Michelle Williams is almost unmatched in everything she's in. For sure. I like Michelle Williams a lot. I mean, married to Heath Ledger, right? Wait, Michelle Williams? That is her, right? I always, for some reason, there's Kimberly Williams. Kimberly Williams was in Father of the Bride, right? All right. I don't know. On this date in 1955, lightning struck. Hey, we already talked about that. Ricky. But yes, November 12th, 1955. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Time for a Thanksgiving rewatch. It's been a while since I've seen that, but that is a good, for sure. Blockbuster Days. You said your customer would ask you to hold it. Oh, yeah. Hey, you got a copy of it? Hey, do you have Uncle Buck in? And I'd go, yep, it's here. Hey, can you hold it for me? Yeah, I guess, but I don't think there's going to be a rush on Uncle Buck. I don't think I need to hold it behind the counter to make sure you can come get it. And make sure you give me the passcode. I can't remember how the clip went. But yeah, I'm not going to, we're not going to run out of Uncle Buck anytime soon, okay? So just get your butt up here and I'm like, well, I'll be right up there. Okay, well, I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting for you. I can't wait for you to get here. But yes, Uncle Buck. Let me show you a magic trick. Oh. She was, yes, I'm going to make this pencil disappear. Oh, it's gone. Hi, I'm Molly Russell's Wart. I cannot believe a freaking Blu-ray freaking scratched me. Hey, I caught up. There you go. I usually don't get that behind, but we were chatting about a lot of stuff. But I do want to mention a couple of other things that happened this week, because those are all the movies I watched and the shows. I watched Penguin, and then I haven't been able to watch anything else. I didn't, because my wife is on vacation. So it's kind of like, hey, whatever she wants to do, we're gonna do. So we've been doing stuff, we've been going places, we've been doing things. But I did want to bring up a couple of things that happened this week, okay, that you may or may not have watched. Now, preface this by saying I understand if you're tired of Marvel stuff, but holy crap. I'm of the opinion that if you want to see something, don't watch the trailers. Don't spoil yourself at all. Don't spoil yourself. But I watched the trailer for this because I'm sick. And I didn't really care. I was kind of like, I kind of want to see it. This trailer looks good, man. Brave New World looks great. Okay? So new trailer for Brave New World. And then right at the same time, we got a new trailer for Thunderbolts. I got to say, man, I'm looking forward to both of these. I think both of them are going to be good. Both. They're going to be good. So, I mean, look, I understand. I understand people are burned out on Marvel. Something they didn't like before, and they're just like, okay, I'm done with Marvel. I understand. But these look good. And then we also got a trailer for Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Is this the one? It feels like Tom Cruise is moving on from Paramount. And he's going to, right? He signed a deal with Warner, which means probably not going to be doing Mission Impossible movies anymore. Does this mean The Final Reckoning will be the final Ethan Hunt movie? I don't know. Speculation. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But I love Mission Impossible. I love the movies. The only one that I really don't like is 2. Everything else is pretty dang good. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I cannot believe. Look at that. Look at how visible that is now. Wow. Anyway. So yeah. What a huge spoiler they showed in the trailer. I don't think that's a huge spoiler. I mean, myself. I don't think it's a huge spoiler. I mean, especially, well, I guess maybe if you've never seen anything, then yeah, but so stoked. Both of them. They've refilmed it 4 or 5 times. I mean, that's true, Leon. That is true. But I'm looking forward to all 3 of those movies. I think those are going to be fun. Marvel figured out their wrongs. Maybe. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see if these can really do it. Production time for me, y'all. Got to get on it. MIDI editing. Yeah. Jerry, have a good night, sir. Have a good night. Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Rob, what magazines did you used to buy or subscribe to? Let's see. I used to subscribe to Sports Illustrated back in my high school days. I wonder why. I also Cinefantastique. And then later on, for like 6-7 years, I subscribed to Cinefx. I didn't do Starlog. I would buy a Starlog every now and then, but for the most part, it wasn't. I wasn't too far into it. But Cinefx is it was like when I because I had I think one of these 1.5 of those was just full of Cinefx. I loved my Cinefx. But yeah, Entertainment Weekly there for a while when I was younger. Nintendo Power, of course. I had the first 4 years of Nintendo Power. And I wish I could tell you what happened to them, but I have no idea. No idea. But Nintendo Power for sure. I had from volume issue 1, I had all of them. And then somewhere along the way, I just stopped, and then I don't know what happened to them. They probably got given away or sold at a garage sale or something. Way back when. Highlights. That's a perfect one. Yes. Perfect. There's too many Fast movies, and they need to end. Well, I mean, that is true. Same person. I can't wait for the new MCU movies. Well, yeah. I'm not a fan of the Fast movies, but that doesn't mean that you can't be. Just like, hey, you don't like the MCU movies, Ricky? You don't have to watch them. There's plenty of people that love the Transformers movies. I would never tell anybody not to watch them unless you're a super fan like me, in which case, hey, maybe don't watch the live action Transformers movies because almost all of them have made me angry. Anyway, worried for Thunderbolts. I think they're going to mess up my favorite Marvel character, Sentry. Oh, I mean, that's possible. I don't know anything about Sentry. So I'm not versed into the Marvel universe as far as like the comics. So I haven't read a whole lot of them. I'll read some here and there, or some arcs, or some, runs, I guess. In fact, I haven't read a comic in a while. I've been so busy with reading Tolkien stuff and, all books, not comic books, but I still have a ton of comics to read. I still haven't read all of Sandman. And I have all the Sandman right here. Sandman and Death. I haven't read Death, and I know I haven't read the last was it Overture? I can't remember if I read volume 5 of the Absolute Sandman. Yeah, those are the absolutes, man. Yeah, they're in focus. And there's Yoda. And there's a bunch of Tolkien crap. So take that. I don't know. There's no reason, Rob, there's no reason for you to be that aggressive. Anyway. I don't know anyone that really likes MI2. No. Let's see. Need to catch up on the MP movies. They're so much fun. Oh, MI movies. Okay. Yes. Yeah, they're really good. The last one was Dead Reckoning. Knights of Old is probably long gone, but Dead Reckoning is a great 4K. Great. I don't really look forward to them coming out any longer, but if one comes out and I hear good things, I get kind of excited to see them. Yeah. Guardians 3 was great. So, does Harrison Ford try? He's old and tired, wants you to get off his plane. Absolutely. But I don't know. See, I heard that what is it, Shrinking on Apple TV Plus? I hear that's fantastic. But I don't like Jason Segel. So I don't know if I need to give it a shot. But I'm just not a huge Jason Segel fan. Ever since he showed his junk, it was kind of like, well, I'm done with you, dude. Like, there was no reason for that. Like, why? Well, I just want to show my junk. But why? Stop it. That's not the only reason. I just don't think he's that funny. But anyway. Swimsuit. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. Kathy Ireland. Come on. Come on. Come on. Cracked. There you go. Cracked. Yeah, I never did Cracked or Mad. I did get those from time to time, like from, the Five and Dime. But I never like, Rob, the Five and Dimes were gone like in the 50s. You're not that old. I mean, you're old and all, but you're not that old. Yeah. Zoo Books. I regret selling all those Nintendo Power magazines I had. I know, dude. Nearly 4 a.m. and I'm a sleepy sausage. I'm out of here. Leon, you're probably already gone, but see you go. See you, man. EGM and America, but they got water damage. I had to toss them. Yes. Barbecue, man. I like the change they made for Fast 5, and then it just went way too over the top and I lost all interest. There you go. The Fast movies never need to end. Oh, they will. Forgetting Sarah Marshall was funny. Yeah, Here's the weird thing. Okay, Mr. Gimme Stuff. I think we've been pretty close in what we like, and all that stuff. For me, comedies are incredibly hard to make me laugh. There are movies that, big time movies, oh man, everybody loves this movie. It's so funny and everybody loves it. I'm usually the guy going, that's not that funny. I just don't. A lot of those comedies that everybody seems to love, I can't get into them. I just can't. I just don't think they're that funny. And it may be because I did a podcast with two crazy guys and we went over the line, like so far over the line that this little tiptoeing over the line that certain movies will do every time from time to time. I'm like, that's nothing. It's not going. Oh my gosh, it was so shocking. Really? Yeah. I'm glad you didn't listen to my podcast because you would have, you would have crapped in your father's pants. Yeah. So, yeah. I'm a big Harrison Ford fan, but Shrinking just didn't do anything for me. Okay. I hear it's good, but I just haven't gotten around to watching it. Have I heard of Death Stranding? Yes. Good list of actors in the game, and the story so far is very intriguing. Can't wait to see what's next. Yeah. Come on. Yes, exactly. Come on. Come on, but no, yeah, Death Stranding. I watched a Let's Play of Death Stranding with Jacksepticeye. Loved it. Doesn't look like my kind of game, but I loved the Let's Play. I loved watching it. So there you go. I wish I got a few Rolling Stone. Some had great covers. I did have some Rolling Stone. I have some. In fact, I think I still do. With good old Trent Reznor of the Nine Inch Nails. Yes. Oh my God, it's 9:50. Paul, is that you? Uh-oh, not Gary. Paul? Come on. You should have seen the backlash Monster Hunter got for the Chinese joke that was removed. Wasn't even that bad of a joke. I don't know about that. I just want to just a couple of things to end the show on. Of course, let's see. 65% of you are excited. 19% say no, you're not excited about the UAP UFO hearing, and 16% of you say that's demonic. We're going to end this poll because we're about to wrap up the show, guys. Because again, in about 12 hours, I'm going to be back on. So, got to save the old voice box and then possibly have stitches for this injury, this insane injury that I got from this 4K disc. But I wanted to bring a couple of news items to your attention. Kind of interesting. First up, John Mayer and McG are teaming up to buy the Jim Henson lot on La Brea. This was a thing that was going on there for a while where it seemed like this was going to be bought by who knows. But the Jim Henson lot is not only important for, of course, the history and the legacy of Jim Henson, but also this is where Charlie Chaplin filmed a lot of his movies back in the day. So of course this is a very important thing. It's now going to be owned by these guys. I think that's pretty good news that you've got a famous musician and a famous director coming together to do that. I think that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then there was some rumors this week, especially after the Penguin ended its amazing season. By the way, I saw Mr. Gimme Stuff was saying something about that, and I feel like I didn't say anything about it. I don't know what happened. I don't know where I left off. It's weird. Anyway, but anyway, after the Penguin, there was a lot of rumors going around that they might take Barry Keoghan's Joker and make a series about that. And it was reported by a couple of fairly large sources online, including the John Campea show. But then today, or yesterday, I'm not sure exactly when, but James Gunn basically said, no, it's not being discussed and it's not even come up at this time. So I just wanted to, if anybody was wondering about this, there you go. This is not actually a thing, at least not yet. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen, but at least as of right now, these rumors are jumping the gun a tad. Okay? So there you go. Another, well, I thought this was a rumor, and then Variety reported on it, and I'm like, okay, I didn't realize this was going to be a thing. Denzel Washington says Black Panther 3 will be one of his last movies before he retires. I didn't know Denzel was going to be in Black Panther 3. But that's awesome. I love it. I love it. I mean, I don't love the fact that he's retiring because Denzel, man, I love Denzel Washington. I know there's some people, including my old cohort from the podcast, Brian, used to say Denzel is just Denzel in this role. And in a lot of times that ended up being the case where it just seemed like he was just playing himself in this situation. But man, I love Denzel Washington. And to see him in Black Panther 3, that's kind of cool. So there you go. There you go. Now, I know that whoever brought this up earlier is probably long gone. But we're going to, I did want to bring this up because it did happen this last week. And I don't know what to think about it. Here it is. There's a lot of things that I think about this. What does this mean for the Rey movie that's supposedly still happening? Is this going to be episodes 10, 11, and 12? Is the Rey movie an offshoot? Is this a continuation of the sequel trilogy, or is it something different altogether? Nobody knows. Nobody really knows. But Simon Kinberg has done some really good things and some really bad things. But as producer, I don't know what this really means. But I'm still shocked that this is happening. I'm shocked that they've announced another set of Star Wars movies without a writer, without a director. It's so frustrating being somebody who's his whole life has been a huge fan of Star Wars. Huge fan. And they keep doing this. They keep announcing things with nothing filming. I mean, of course, now what? Mandalorian Grogu is filming, right? Is that the only thing filming? Out of all the projects going on? It's irritating. It's irritating to be constantly like a carrot out there. Just do something. Do something. But yeah. I don't know. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. Anyway, let's see. I'm very particular and critical about most movies, but when it comes to comedies, man, I just love that era of Apatow stoner shit. Yeah, I don't know. The only comedy that I can think of that I really, really love in the last 15, 20 years has been Pineapple Express. I like comedy when it's in things. I don't typically like just comedy. You know, I don't know. But I don't know. I can't enjoy comedies as much since Dumb and Dumber set the bar. So yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, the weird McG is Machine Gun Kelly. No, McG, the director. Terminator 4, yes. I didn't hate Terminator Salvation. I didn't either. Yeah. Salvation is a better Terminator movie than Romulus is an Alien movie. I'm not sure about that. Scott. Boy, that's a lot of T's and Scott's. But I'd have to, well, first, I haven't seen Salvation in a long time, and I've only seen Romulus once. So that would be interesting to And here's the thing. To me, Romulus is to Alien as The Force Awakens is to Star Wars. It's it's a weird amalgamation of things that people love about Alien instead of really diving into and saying, hey, we're going to do our own thing. There's a lot of great ideas, but then it's hampered by all of this. I've talked about it before, the elbows and the ribs going, hey, remember this thing? This is the reason why you like Alien is because of this. You see this thing we did to show you? This is why. But they have to realize that that's not the way that's not how fan service works. You don't just repeat things. And don't, for some reason, just give us a character for no reason that there's so many, there are problems with Alien Romulus. I did like it. I did enjoy it. I had a good time. There is originality in the movie, but I also feels like the studio was like, hey, throw this in there. And it's like, oh God, stop it. Just let the movie stand on its own. So in a way, maybe I can see what you're saying, but I don't know. I have to see it again. The best thing about his career is he got a thanks on credit on Rogue One. I'm not sure. Stop talking to those people. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Scott. I may be in the minority, but Star Wars will never get another dime from me out of anything. Well, here's the thing, though. We had this conversation, right? We had this conversation in person, face to face. And I totally, I understand. But I also think that Andor is the best thing since Jedi. Yeah, since Jedi. Maybe since Empire. I think Andor is fantastic. And it's stop talking to Rob. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Rob loves Romulus, but like I said, Romulus has problems. But I still, for the most part, overall, I enjoyed it. I don't love it, but I liked it quite a bit. Even though there's problems with it. I can like something and still have problems with it. But yeah, I mean, I think Andor is just, again, it's someone that's telling an actual story in the Star Wars universe. Great. But I understand. I haven't seen a bad X-Men movie except X-Men Origins Wolverine. That's a pretty bad one. I do own that one. I was like, don't I own that? Yeah, I do. Well, again, Steve, I think what it is they just need to quit announcing things before, like, it's the same reason why I don't typically report on these things. I don't report on things as, hey, this trailer looks awesome. This movie that's already it's not only in production, it's almost finished. And here you go. This looks awesome. I don't like reporting on, oh, hey, they're talking about doing this. I mean, I do from time to time, depending on the thing that I'm really excited about. But with Disney, with Lucasfilm, they need to stop announcing things and give us something. That might work, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, he's my friend. I talk to my friends. Not super bad. I didn't like super bad. There was one scene that almost made me lose my mind, but it wasn't enough to save the movie for me. And it was the scene about him drawing penises. For some reason, it was so stupid that it made me laugh. Now, I did watch it way back when it first came out, and it may be funnier to me now, especially knowing and realizing where all of those people, their careers went. It just didn't work for me then. I don't know. And I honestly think, I'm surprised that I like Pineapple Express as much as I do, because I think Seth Rogen isn't very funny. But anyway, we'll see. Maybe. Best comedy in years is The Substance. I don't know about that. I heard that one was. Salvation rewatch recently made me appreciate it way more. It's fanfic, exactly. I like that. It brings it back to what it brings it back to what we grew to love. It'll evolve from that. Yeah, and I mean, look, I'm not saying that it's bad. Oh, well, you might be talking to him. Oh, he's just goofing around. Okay. I just think that I think that there are things about IP filmmaking right now that is, we've talked about this many times. Of course, Mr. Gimme Stuff, you just subbed for the first time, so you may not know this. But it's just, I'm not willing to throw the baby out with the bathwater. It's such a weird moral. It's a weird thing to say. I'm not going to throw out the baby with the bathwater. Why would you throw out a baby anytime? Anyway, what I'm trying to say is in IP filmmaking, it's so frustrating because sometimes fan service is done really well, but a lot of times fan service is, hey, remember that thing that you like? Look at what we did. Don't you like that? This is the thing you like. You say you like this. And you're like, tell me a story. Don't try to just make me pine for what came before, because what you're doing in effect is you're making me think of this other thing that's done better. That was an original thing that worked in and of itself. But when you sit there and you're constantly elbowing me in the ribs, what you're doing is you're taking away from the thing that you're trying to do. So, okay, this is just an example. Okay? But if you've seen Alien Romulus, you know what I'm talking about. There is a character, a legacy character, you know what I'm talking about, right? That appears in the movie. Why is that? Why is that there? Why did it have to be that same person? There is no reason for that. Why would it say the exact same lines as that character? Why is there a character referencing something that hasn't happened yet? So now, if you're watching it in chronological order, the line that was made famous is now going to be heard before the thing that thing is riffing off of. You know what I'm saying? Because now, it's like, why? Just come up with your own badass line. Don't steal another movie's badass line. I hate that. And it takes me out of the movie. It immediately takes me out of the movie because it's like, oh, we're not smart enough as writers to come up with our own thing. So we're just going to riff on the thing that made this thing popular in the first place. Does that make sense? So that's what's frustrating to me about Romulus. Even though, like I said, overall, I still enjoyed it. But I was still going, stop doing that. Rogue One is a great example of a movie that is constantly, hey, remember? Why is Dr. Evazan and Ponda Baba on whatever that planet is? Why is that there? So you're telling me that in the time that they ran into them, Dr. Evazan and Ponda Baba got off in just enough time so that when the city's destroyed, they make it off the planet and go to Tatooine. Why? So they can be in the... Stop. Stop putting crap. Just don't stuff everything with nostalgia because it doesn't work. Nostalgia for nostalgia's sake is just, it's, I don't know. I'm going to stop ranting because it's time to go. Because I gotta get up. And, well, in about 12 hours, I'm gonna be live. But let's get caught up. Sorry. I went on a rant. And sometimes I do that, and I apologize. Andor stands a symbol. I'm still buying Star Wars. I can't not like it. There you go. We all like things that still have problems, like my ex. Oh. The end sequence of Romulus with the rings and all that destruction of the station was awesome to watch in IMAX. It was. It really was. I'm so nostalgic for Wolverine, Origins Wolverine. I admit it's not good. I just don't. I enjoy it. I just have to separate the lore. Please give Superbad another shot. Okay, okay. Beer Fest is underrated. Same with Euro Trip. That's two more that I didn't like. Didn't like them. I haven't seen a single film with Jonah Hill, Michael Cera, or Seth Rogen that I enjoy. Oh, Scott Pilgrim. Look, I understand. I totally understand why any one of them could be annoying enough to not like them. But Scott Pilgrim is genius. And Jonah Hill, I've seen him in a few things that I really like him in, but more, I would say more dramatic roles. Really? Really, Scott. The substance is intentionally healed. Okay. Yeah, Chris. I just in case somebody hadn't seen Alien Romulus yet. Okay. Here's the thing. On this channel, I just try to say as spoiler free as possible. There's a guy in here that was in here earlier. You might have seen him. Name is Shozama. Made a great point to me. He said, "What if somebody had never seen Star Wars before? They come into your chat to ask a question, a general question, and you spoil Return of the Jedi for them." And I'm like, I don't want to do that to people. So I just try to, I can talk about things, and as long as I think about it beforehand, because I've spoiled bunches of crap on this channel, but I try to not do it just in case. You know, what if somebody's watching me for the first time and the first thing I do is spoil something? That sucks. So yeah, but I just try not to say that, Chris. But you're right. They didn't need to do that. What you describe lazy fan service reminds me a lot of the junk lady from Labyrinth. Oh, here's Betsy Boo. You love Betsy Boo. Can't forget her. Steve, that's a great call out. That is I mean, seriously, that's a great call out. Yes. But it's all junk. It's all junk. My memory, in most cases, my memory of my childhood is better than what actually happened. Let it be that. Don't try to just, I don't know. I hate most fan service. I can't stand. I cannot take away from the film based on that. Oh, I get you, gimme stuff. But it's the repeated nature of it. It's the repeated, the line that he says, this isn't technically a spoiler. This isn't a spoiler. I prefer the term artificial person myself. Oh, are they just programmed with that? I just don't understand why. But that's one of them. But there's at least one more that I can remember. I don't know. 100% Rob. Pay homage. That's cool, but do your own freaking thing. Yes. I haven't seen it. Ruined. Scott Pilgrim is decent. Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, Chris, I mean, like I said, I'm just trying to, you know, keep it cool, you know? But the thing, you just got here. It's not like, I mean, come on. And Romulus has been out for months. Most people that wanted to see Romulus have already seen it. But at the same time, you know what I mean? We talked about it. And it's cool, dude. No big deal. Scott Pilgrim is decent. I love that movie, man. That movie just hit for me. Moneyball was legit. Yeah, Moneyball gets a pass for Jonah. Yeah. That was really good. I didn't know he was still alive when it came out. Labyrinth. Oh man, Labyrinth. Hell yeah. And yeah, especially if you're a fan, Shout Factory's coming out with that big bad super crazy special edition 4K set with a bunch of, I mean, seriously, it's like a $180 version. It comes with a whole bunch of swag. I don't need that, but I look at that and I go, that's kind of cool. If I had the money to burn, I would totally buy that. Even though I know this is what I do. Like this, I mean, this is a DVD, but you got this, and then you got something like this, right? Did I need this big bad crazy special edition of Blade Runner to slice me across the face? No, I didn't need that. I'm glad that I have it. It's cool. It's very cool, but I didn't need that. I just really need the movie. And the special features on the disc are worth me getting a physical copy of it, right? But I don't need a thing to show me. I don't know. But you do you. $80 on Amazon. You need all the Blade Runner. Well, yeah, but I don't know. That was expensive too, I think. I can't remember how much it was. I wonder if I still have it in my email. It's just funny. I open up my phone. And that's what I see. Freaking Josh Brolin and Javier Bardem just being goofballs. Love it. Film Vault. Let's see. Film Vault service. Yeah, that was $75 for that. I don't know if that's worth it. Good pick, friendo. Exactly. Let's see. How did they explain his aging? If you like the movie The Substance, you should check out the movie Society. I still haven't seen The Substance. I really want to see it. I feel like David Johnson really did the role of an android justice. Oh, no question. But my problem, again, in most cases, spoiler alert for my entire way of thinking, because this comes up a lot in my reviews. It comes down to the writing. A lot of times I can't look at an actor and say it was their fault. Now, in most cases, it's the writing that's the problem. And the writing failed David Johnson in those couple of situations where I'm like, there's no need to say that. Zero. There's no need to have that character say that at that moment. It just, well, yeah, but we wanted to. No, you just did that so you could call back to a previous movie. A previous, in most cases, a better movie. Why would you do that? Why would you intentionally make me think of something better? And not only is it a better movie, the situation where that line was done is done better. I don't like it when they do that. But I get it. 261? Jeez. That huge crazy, man, that's nuts. And there's a Dark Crystal one too. I love the Dark Crystal too. I wonder if I love the Dark Crystal and Labyrinth just because of nostalgia, because I loved it when I was a kid. I wonder if it's genuinely good, they're genuinely good movies, or they're just good because I remember liking them as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Something I think about a lot. Still need to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's a movie here. That's a movie that I love a lot, and I totally get it when people say it's not for me, because it's not for everybody. But man, as a movie junkie, as a movie history junkie, that movie just did a lot. It did a lot for me. Let me see. Actually, let me do this. I'll do this. If I could spell. Yeah. So there's a $90, this is from Shout Factory. There's a $90 version, a $262 version, a $181 version, and a $128 version of Labyrinth. So basically, this box right here comes with all of these. But then with each of these, you get something else. So this one you get this little game and a poster and whatever this bullcrap is. This one you get the snow globe, or well, you can't see what I'm. So the $181 one gets the snow globe with them dancing, and then the $261 one gives you it gives you a whole bunch of shit. And then the dark crystal down there, it's great. There's just a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff. Man, Nightbreed. I don't know anything about Nightbreed. Let's see. Yeah, that's way too expensive. Writing is everything. Compare Tony Jaa and Ong Bak and the Protector to protect something like the Protector 2. I mean, you're not wrong. Get out of here. Get out of here. There we go. Let me do this. That'll be better. Let's see. Hold on. Next movie I'm watching is Nosferatu. Oh man, Nosferatu. Gladiator 2 for me. Next week. Gladiator 2. I'm excited. And Nosferatu for sure. What was the best new original timeless line from Romulus? Oh right, there weren't any. I mean, not wrong. Shot ain't even selling a basic bitch version of the UHD 4K Labyrinth. What the F? Here's the thing though. That's already been released. There's been a 4K of Labyrinth and the Dark Crystal out for a very, very long time. Shout is just doing big bad special editions. So, but you can totally get Labyrinth on 4K. I mean, it's not like it's the only version. Let me see. Let me just see. Labyrinth. Yeah. Which one for $24? I don't know what makes that one so special, different, whatever. Well, look, yeah, there's both of them for $59. There's the Blu-ray. But then, of course, they also have this version. See, that looks like the little globes things that he does this bit with. But again, why? I just don't need it. I just don't need it. And I'm running out of space to begin with. I don't need any more things. Don't need any more things. Okay? So many things. Oh, dang, I got the cheapest version and thought it was the best version. Yeah, if you go to shoutfactory.com, you can see all the different ones. Again, I have so many different special editions of things, and I'm like, I didn't need all these art cards. I looked at them once and I put them right back in the box. You know how many special edition games I have? I have the StarCraft 2 big bad crazy box thing. I have the Diablo 3 one. Yeah, Reaper of Souls with all kinds. Don't need any of it. I open it up, go, huh, and then put it all back in and play the game. I don't need that. But again, I'm not telling you what you should or shouldn't buy. I'm just telling you, me, I can't justify them anymore. I already own 2 copies of Labyrinth, so ain't no way I'm splashing out on a new collector set. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Love the stream. I look forward to agreeing, disagreeing on movies. I love this kind of shit. Well, good, Mr. Give Me Stuff. That sounds awesome. I love that you're here. I love that you found it, and I love that, it works for you. Nosferatu, man. Are you talking about the Nosferatu movie from like the 20s or 30s? Well, I watched that one last week. I watched the 1922. I watched that original one last week because I'd never seen it. Come up a million times, and I just never sat down and watched it. I watched it last week, and it was good. I'm talking about the new movie with by Robert Eggers, who did The Witch. He did The Northman. I may not like all of his movies, but I love the dude's style, and I love what he brings to movies. So even though I don't, and it's just like the Midsummer. I watched that last week, remember? And I'm like, I'm so happy I watched it. I know that that movie's not for me. I don't need to watch it again, but I'm glad that guy's making movies because that was good. It was fun to watch a new original idea. So yeah. I don't want to hear a single word about it before seeing it. I've already watched a couple of reviews. So, no problem. $25 is way more my speed for a third copy of a movie. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Reamer of Holes? No. Reaper? Grim Reaper of Souls. Diablo 3 was a special edition of the DLC, right? Last time I remember doing that. I had buyer's remorse, or what is it? FOMO, I guess. FOMO after the fact. I was irritated that I didn't buy the Diablo 3 set when I had the chance. So when Reaper of Souls came out, I bought that thinking, oh yeah, that'll give me what I wanted. But it didn't. It just made me go, oh yeah, I don't care about this stuff. I forgot. Because I got the StarCraft 2 one and forgot then too. Anyway. And there was a certain, like, you ever buy something going, hey, you know what? That might be worth something someday. That's the wrong way to look at things. At least for me. I'm not a third party or I'm not a reseller or anything like that. I don't buy things to try to resell them. I buy things because I want them. And if later on down the road, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm tired of this. I want to get rid of it. And I get a couple of bucks out of it. Cool. But that's not the reason I'm buying it. So StarCraft 2 was one of those where I'm like, I just think this is cool and I want it. I want all the big crazy stuff. And then, well, I don't need any of this stuff. I just wanted the game and the game's great. And then Diablo 3 came out and I got bummed because I didn't get it because it was going for so much money. And something clicked in my head. I was going, oh man, I really should have bought that when it was cheap. So then I could sell it. I'm sitting on those same two freaking sets over here. I don't know if they're worth anything, but they're still sitting here. Why? I don't think that way. So why buy a special edition of something that I literally am just going to put in a corner and not worry about it? And then I did that with this Blade Runner. Oh, I need to buy the Blade Runner because I love Blade Runner. And then I just wanted the movie anyway because I didn't have it in 4K. Lost my Mandy Steelbook Blu-ray. I went on Amazon to see it. People were asking like $100. Yeah. Way I look at it is this new generation of 4K Blu-rays is likely the last chance we may ever get to buy physical media. Got to make it count. True, but it's also like, how many times are you really going to look at the art cards? That's a question only you can answer. And if you say, no, I love opening it up and then I'm putting the disc in to watch the movie again. I'm like, oh, look at these art cards. And then you look through the art cards. You're like, man, this is cool. And then you open up the thing and it's got the life cast of David Bowie's crotch just staring at you. And you're like, man, that's so cool. I'm glad I own this. I don't need that. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that. But it happened. So, and it's on the internet for likely forever. And all the NHI are going to look at my stream and go, this isn't worth it. This isn't worth it. They're not ready. They're still telling jokes about musicians who have passed away and their crotches. So it's probably time for us to move on to the next. Let's go to the next system over. Anyway. Double O 03 Reamer. With a title like that, I'm in. I saw one vid pop up on YouTube. The new Nosferatu is perfect and reported that video for bullying and harassment. Okay. 60 plus for that Manny Steelbook. Jeez. All that matters is you have it so you can look at it. I mean, I get what you're saying. But I also, it's the same thing for books too. Like I'm big into Tolkien, if you didn't know. Bunch of Lord of the Rings and all. I love my Tolkien, right? So many Tolkien books. All these are Tolkien. All that Tolkien. Tolkien everywhere. The only one that's worth anything is this one. That's really worth anything. is this one, just because it's a first edition, first print. It's the only one I have, and I don't want any more because I am not a steward of history. I am an enjoyer of media. So from my perspective, owning that is really cool, but I don't want the pressure of owning history. I don't want it. I would rather own something that I can open up and enjoy and read and not worry if, oh my gosh, I dropped it or I got dinged or whatever. That's what I have. And that came from Chief, the amazing Chief. So that's my thing. Which movie franchise you wish had figures but doesn't? Schindler's List. No. Have they ever made a Tim Curry from Legend statue? Because that would be awesome. I don't really know because I'm not a big figures kind of guy, even though I have some Star Wars stuff and whatever. But I'm just not a big figures kind of guy. I'm not sure. Porky's by Todd McFarlane. Saw Venom 3. Hadn't laughed that hard in a while. Hey, good for you. I watched the first one and was kind of like, yeah. So I haven't seen the second one yet. So I need to watch the second one before I watch the third one. So I'm sure it's very, very dependent on the previous ones. VHS of Mario Brothers 93, the DVD, the collection edition, Blu-ray Steelbook, and the new 4K. Oh yeah, I remember, Ricky, when you put that on there, and that's cool. I'm happy that you love it, but it's also extremely fun to nerd flex. Oh, for sure. I'm not discounting that. If you want a nerd flex, I get it, but it's just at the end of the day, I kind of go, man, that's taking up a lot of room. Which is why I'm trying to sell some of my. It's weird. They probably won't see this, the people that are over in the Tolkien group over on Facebook, but I've been trying to sell the history of Middle Earth, right? I've seen them go for, the whole set, 12 books. I've seen them go for over $1,000, right? I've got a couple that are they're not perfect condition. They're for me, they're the reason I got them is so I could read them. I didn't care about condition that much, but I have some first edition for first prints, all that stuff, the stuff that makes them expensive. I put on there a price and thinking this is going to be gone tomorrow. I'm going to have to be packing this crap up and taking it up to the mailbox and to the post office. No one. Crickets. And I'm like, this is almost half price and you're. So I don't even know what's going to happen. I might just have to box them up and not worry about them. I don't know. Let's see. Venom 3 was something. Not horrible, but all over the place with plot and pacing. I'd love a Toretto action figure and Brian O'Connor. Don't sell stuff, build more shelves. Well, here's the thing though. I'm trying to limit. It's hard to it's a hard thing. Because there's a part of me that's like, I mean, if I had if space wasn't an issue and money wasn't an issue, I would try to own every single version of Lord of the Rings and all the Tolkien stuff. I would try to buy every version. The problem is, I just don't care. I don't care about all the different. There's a new version of Lord of the Rings that just came out. Gorgeous, like it is seriously one of the most beautiful sets of books I've ever seen. I saw it in person, looked at it, and was like, dude, these are amazing. I don't need another copy of Lord of the Rings. I have like 6. There are 3 copies of Lord of the Rings visible right now. Right there, and right there. I don't need any more copies of Lord of the Rings. They're all the same story. So I don't need any more copies. I still want it. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I'm just trying to save the space because I have these in other formats. I don't need the big hardbacks that take up a lot of room. I just don't need them. So I would rather basically sell them at a good price to someone who wants to read them and go from there. But like I said, for whatever reason, they're just nobody cares. I'm like, okay. All right. But yeah, I don't need any more Tolkien books. In fact, I think I'm done. I don't, unless somebody comes out with an edition that just like, makes me insane, then yeah, I just can't do it. What place other than half price books would have cheap comics? I'm looking to buy some trade paperbacks or library editions. I mean, half price books is great, but they're going to be priced at exactly what they're worth. To find them at like bargain prices, I don't even know. Usually, see now, I know there's going to be people that are like, oh my God, no. The only place comics, I buy them from Comixology, from Amazon, digital comics. Because I hate when I buy a graphic novel, I've spent $20 on this graphic novel or whatever, and then it gets all bent up. It drives me insane. I would rather just read it because that's a lot of times that's what happens. It's just like a movie that I'd only watch once. I don't need to own a copy of every arc that I've ever read from Superman or Batman or whatever. I don't need to own them all, but I do want to read them. I want to experience them. So I would rather just do a digital copy. And in much cases, and in a lot of cases, those are super cheap. I'd rather do that than spend the money on the physical. But I get it. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Kill Bill figures. PL cheerleaders and the Trilam heads guy. Let me enable you. This is an anti-intervention. Oof. I don't know, man. I don't know. The recent Dune has figures. Yeah. Lamar needs to be in his track outfit and come with the limp-wristed javelin throwing action. But hey, look, 12 hours. Less than 12 hours, the thing will start. So I'm going to go ahead. I've gone way too long. I've gone way too long tonight. I hope you guys had a great time. I always have a great time. I'm glad you guys do. What thing? The UAP hearing, UAP UFO hearing is tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. Central Time, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time.
Thanks for the stream and later, everyone.
Not Gary. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. That was very, very kind of you. And of course, I'm glad you're here too. You and everyone else here. I love that you're here. It's just so much fun. But yeah, I had fun. Just subbed. I'll be back. Well, Scott. Every Tuesday night, same time, 7 p.m. I almost said 7 a.m. That's not a thing. I don't get up that early. 7 p.m. Central Time. There you go. Order 42 stream to Boku. I'm not sure what that means. But thank you. And look at that. That should put us. Scott, you should have put us at the, let's see if it's there. Where's it at? It's right here. 3,400. That's you. You put us over that because we were at 33.99 earlier. I appreciate that, Scott. Can I say your name like that? Hey, what's going on? Scott. But yeah, UAP hearing tomorrow morning. If you're interested, not everybody's interested in UFO stuff, UAP stuff, but it's the hearing with Congress, with a couple of guys. It's going to be interesting. A couple of very interesting things could happen. They might tell us where all the stuff is hidden or whatever, or tell us we're not alone. But all I want to know is, or all I'm going to do is basically, we're gonna watch it together, and hopefully, $50 they reveal Alf to us. Yes, please. Always say it like that. Okay. Scott. Also, just Scott works. Okay. Scott Cubed. Hey, I just appreciate. Look, again, man, if you're down the road and you're like, I don't know, I don't care. It's fine. It's fine. You don't have to, Of course you know that, but I just like people being here. But y'all have a great night, will ya? Please. I'm gonna go rest the old vocal cords so that we can get up in the morning, watch a hearing, and hopefully learn about some aliens or non-human intelligence or something. Something that'll blow my mind a little bit. That's what I want. But I hope you guys have a great night. We'll see you next week. If you don't see us, if I don't see you tomorrow, we'll see you next week. Have a good one. Bye.